Hello, and welcome back to Clicky Clicky Math Rocks, the very professional D&D show where me and a handful of my friends jump into Discord VC and play 5th edition Dungeons and Dragons. Woo! Episode 7. So we've got no announcements this week apart from that Ethan has now rejoined us after his the fact that he had like 15 assignments he had to do that he didn't do because he's very clever. So we'll just jump straight into a recap. Last time, the party continued their long journey towards Infernum, traveling through the deep woods. They encountered several things on their adventures, and a very peculiar event happened. Grimrose one night when the party was all resting suddenly went insane and attacked Pax during his watch. During Grimrose's watch. In the confusion that followed, the party were attacked by a huge gorilla, which seemed to prioritize Warden over the other party members. After a long battle that raged on for a fairly long period of time, considering the other battles they've been in, the party were able to rest and question Grimrose, not really getting any answers. Eventually, they had another run-in with Artemir to the party's delight, and with them getting small amounts of information, mainly about the so-called Book of Vile Darkness that appeared to be held by the Vryn family in the Falashrim Empire. At the end of last session, the party arrived at the city of Folium. So you can all go ahead and unmute.
Hey-oh.
Yes.
Hey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Foliage.
Foliage. Yeah, foliage.
And
Foliage.
Everyone knows foliage.
Yeah, everyone does. So, as you're kind of walking down the winding path of the deep woods, you eventually reach this fairly large kind of wooden archway with these long kind of pointed wooden walls going around what seems to be a very large city-stroke settlement. As you enter, you notice a lot of the buildings are much more like the sort of things you saw in forest huts. You see a lot more wooden buildings, not as well made as the stuff you saw in the Cutis. And as you kind of enter, you see kind of two guards posted at the gate, just kind of watching you enter, making sure you're not causing any trouble. Around the city, you've got all sorts of elves and gnomes, mainly gnomes, kind of wandering about, and you notice that most of the city is comprised of large trees that kind of go up much higher than the canopy of the deep woods, and you can see like embedded in these trees a lot more buildings with all kind of like staircases and ramps going up to them, and these long rope bridges going between each one. So yeah, welcome to Folium.
Hey.
Harry, do you think that the people here will be similar to those of Forest had?
I don't assume so. I don't imagine the culture in this country would be different. But why do you ask?
I see. I'm going to like them, especially if they speak something other than Gnomish, funny language.
Oh yes, I imagine most of them would speak common if they live in a town like this.
Mushrooms and commoners, my favorite combination.
Yes.
Is there anyone around that immediately jumps out as foreign in any way?
Well,
You.
yeah. To be honest, you guys look the most foreign out.
Okay.
Everyone here, you're the people who stand out the most.
Okay.
Well, I guess we'll just have to hope that they share language with us.
I do know Gnomish, so I'm able to communicate with most gnomes.
Yes.
Okay,
That's...
Anyways, I know that Faith guides that journey. Although I think it's probably best for us all to have a lie down at a tavern after everything.
Yes,
I
that
agree.
is probably a good idea.
Yes, acquaint ourselves with the locals. Find what they sell.
Maybe we set up a shop soon.
We're not staying here for long. We're just passing through on our way to...
Well, yes, but we might as well earn some gold while we're here.
Suppose.
What time is it, Ben?
It's the sun's only just kind of starting to set. It's quite far in the day.
Oh, okay, so it's quite late. Never mind that. I thought it was at the end of the day.
Brr. Of course he's doing
That's going to be massively delayed on stream.
Yeah.
Easy host.
Okay, only a few seconds. That's good. I guess we just kind of look around for a tavern or anything that looks particularly interesting to us.
Okay.
Yeah.
Look at the
Yeah.
sun. I don't think we'll get the time to sell anything tonight.
I
Yeah.
get out my map of taverns and
Oh
temples
my god.
and
God.
look for the nearest.
I regret
Tavern
giving you
temple.
that now. So the map isn't incredibly detailed. You just have a list of the kind of. It's almost like there are taverns here, and here's the list of the sort of taverns you can get, you
Okay.
can find, and their names. It's not so much an exact whereabouts of where they are. So that'll be a huge map.
I
Yeah.
assume the paths are the ground is the same as we've seen in the other big settlements, Titan's Mouth. So
Yeah,
yeah.
it is.
Okay, what's the first tavern on the list?
The first, so it kind of goes from the worst possible taverns to the best possible taverns. The first tavern that you see on the list is Goblin's Wart.
Oh god.
I shout out to the others. Here's the best tavern, Goblin's Wart.
That doesn't sound very good.
No.
Well, this is what my map says.
Do I believe him?
Yeah.
Make an
definitely.
insight check.
Alright. I'll also make an insight check.
Oof.
Oh god.
I rolled a low
Ooh,
12.
nice.
I
Okay.
rolled
Wait.
21.
Let me
23.
ask people. Josh, Pax, what did you get?
Yeah, I rolled lows 12.
Well, Aial, what did you get on perception?
10.
Yeah, to the three of you, he's lying. I think pretty much everyone's passive insight beats that anyway.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
So, I believe it does, yeah.
so you just kind of
Maybe-
look at him and say,
Maybe we could try a different tavern.
I look at the bottom of my list. What's the very bottom one?
Roots Rest.
Okay, shout out to the others. Okay, we can try Roots Rest instead, but you're buying me the drinks.
Sure.
Roots do sound
We-
much tastier than Wart.
Well, we have been given a good supply of money for our journey. I doubt it is a good idea to go too upper class. We should ration our money a bit more.
That's a bit strange coming from an upper class man yourself.
Yeah.
I didn't pack much gold, and a lot of it went up in flames.
That's fair.
Oh, that?
I would say,
That is a good point, actually. Yeah.
Wait,
Details.
Can you set
details.
gold on fire?
how does one burn metal?
Yeah.
By putting it in a fire and then watching it melt.
That's not going
Well,
up in
I mean,
flames.
I think he doesn't necessarily mean the actual gold themselves, but the things that's worth the gold.
Hang on.
Yes.
Actually, speaking of that, So it would take a lot of magic to burn gold. And you are magic, right, Grimrose?
No.
I'm
I'm
not-
not trained in arcane arts.
I'm not even going to make you roll for that. They
But
will
we've
come
seen,
back
but
to
we've
us.
seen you do spells.
Yeah.
Yes,
Or
we
were the-
saw you in the fights previously. You cast something.
Yeah,
Or were those
against the
shadow-
gorillas.
Or were those shadowy tendrils an accident like stabbing Pax?
I believe this lantern of mine, it's an old family heirloom. I believe it may have some magical properties, but I myself am no sort of spellcaster.
But
Do
you,
Can
we
I
believe it?
insight that?
but you are
Add
the
an
one
insight to
casting the
that.
spells.
Alright.
Ooh, that's a terrible deception roll.
Sure, I will as
Ale,
well.
what did you get?
I will as well, just
20.
because he's a high
20.
insight man.
Warden, what did you get?
17.
Okay,
Oh,
Grimrose.
I got 16.
11.
11.
What is
Okay.
that? Deception
Again,
today?
I think everyone's passive insight actually beats that.
Yeah, mine's 17, so...
Yeah, same.
Mine's 16.
Yeah,
Mine's 12, but you know, I rolled.
Yeah.
yeah, and then Hurley, what's yours?
15.
Yeah, okay. So yeah, again, everyone just. I mean, tell them what they find out.
I'm quite clearly lying, in just generally about that
Yeah, but
statement.
Mr. Grimrose, you were the one casting the spells, not your lantern.
Yes, even I'm a bard, and even though I may cast through my instruments, I still possess magical abilities myself.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yes, and when I dragged you through the forest, you still performed magic without your lantern.
Yes. Maybe your lantern is just similar to my very, very pretty ball.
Not entirely certain of the details, and I'd rather discuss it at a more
Tavern.
comfortable location.
Fine.
Roots and the
Everyone's-
filter.
Everyone's got rights to their own privacy.
Hmm.
I guess we can just head to the tavern and have a good night's rest. And Grimrose can tell us in his own time.
Okay, that sounds fair.
That seems like a good idea. Yeah.
Yeah.
If on the way to the tavern we pass by a shop that might sell pens, I'm going to buy one.
you could probably just find a general store.
Yeah, it's how much is it? It's 2 copper according to Beyond.
Okay, that's fine. You can spend 2 coppers to get.
Yeah,
the
I'll
pen,
break
so-
down one of my
Which-
silvers.
Which will inevitably also get fired into the
Could
woods.
many shops
yeah.
be open, Ben?
I'm gonna buy 2
Um,
pens even. I don't trust
so-
Ale.
A few shops will probably be open. Yeah, like the general store, for example, will be open fairly late because it sells all sorts of goods that people will need. Kind of think of a general store as almost like a supermarket.
Mm.
Is there a way I can possibly sell some of my goods to the general store?
What sort of goods are these? The mushrooms.
These are the mushrooms, yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and make a persuasion check. I know it's minimum 17, but go ahead and make a.
Yeah,
Make one.
well,
Yeah. Okay. Whatever.
that is a minimum 17.
Yeah. 17.
I've run above a 10 in my persuasion since I got this bloody skill. So it's never going to be useful. Well,
Yeah,
it has
Okay,
really
so
cool fun.
17. The guy behind the counter is just is an elf, and he kind of looks at the goods you've got and says, I could probably take some of them off your hands. Yes. How much are you looking for them?
Well, I've asked for. Normally, I'd ask for 5 gold apiece, but for you, I'd say I'll do 3.
That's just okay. How many are you trying to sell?
As many as he's willing to buy. I have 90 of them, but I don't think.
Yeah,
he
I
will
know
want
you have
all
90 of them. I mean, I'll probably take 20 of them. Just make a charisma check for me.
That's a 10.
Okay. How about 2 gold each?
You know what? You drive a hard bargain, but let me tell you. These. You know what? I've already tried to persuade you as much as I can. Yeah, I'll do 2 gold each.
Okay.
Considering it costs me
No.
nothing.
So he hands you 40 gold,
Okay, how's you doing
and
business
he,
with you?
and he takes 20 of your mushrooms. Cool. Yes, pleasure. Okay, and you kind of
I leave in
managed to sell
20
the stuff you
mushrooms
buy.
later.
Yeah, even
Wow.
lighter. Let's go.
Howdy, being light.
After calculating the weight of a mushroom.
Very, very, very. It weighs nothing.
I know. Okay. So are you gonna try and find the tavern now, or has anyone got any other business they want to do in the general store?
Nah.
I'm gonna buy another bit of rope because you can never have enough rope.
And also, you don't want to use the rope of despair every time.
Yeah.
It should be
I-
renamed to the Rope of Despair.
I'll just buy 50 feet of hempen rope
Okay,
for 1 gold, right?
that's fine. Yeah, ale.
I'm. Is it okay if I have a conversation with Talia on the
Yeah,
way?
go for it.
Okay, I'm gonna-
On the way to the tavern.
Yes.
Okay, so no one has any other business they want to do in the general store.
No.
No.
I don't believe
Okay.
so.
So you begin making way. Can you all just make an investigation check quickly?
Yep.
Sure.
Jesus Christ, I'm having a bad day.
Ale, what did you get?
14.
Okay, Dimitri.
10.
Hurley.
8.
8. Okay. Grimrose.
Not doing my
12.
12. Pax.
11.
How did I get to bed?
18. 18.
Oh,
18.
18.
Okay.
I rolled
So-
a 19 with a
Warden.
negative modifier.
Yeah. So Warden kind of helps you traverse with a bit of help from Ale, and it takes you a bit, but you will eventually get there. So, what's the conversation you want to have with Talia?
So where is Talia?
She's just kind of at the back.
I'm going to kind of casually just make my way to the back from maybe the middle. And I'm going to just say to Talia, I was thinking about that bed that Hurley broke earlier in your house.
Yes.
I don't think it's very fair that you should have to bear the brunt of it. And I pass her 10 gold pieces and say, this is compensation. But you owe me, Talia.
Oh.
Actually,
I knew there was some ulterior motive.
I knew that was we all knew that was a catch.
I'm going to call in that favor right now. I need you to help disguise me earlier. I'm talking about this in a whisper. I need you to disguise me tomorrow when we go to the post office.
Okay. I can try and help you.
Yes. Thank you, Talia.
No worries. She just kind of looks worried at you. That's oh no. And after a bit of time, you reach this at kind of the base of one of these large trees, just kind of towering above you. You see this fairly ornate-looking kind of entrance and a large sign that says "Roots Rest" on it. You could all tell this is quite a high-class tavern.
Oh.
That's fine.
You will be a moment of time, Grimrose, even though these ones might not be so magic.
So, do you all proceed inwards, or
I guess this is in fact the best in town then.
Mm-hmm.
Ale.
The map doesn't lie. Neither do I.
One of those.
Are you certain it's a good idea to stay here?
Well, it is. The
Why
map
not?
says it is the best. We can at least try it out anyway.
Why shouldn't we stay here?
Not sure. Seems a bit.
If we don't have a reason not to, then we should stay.
Let's see what the prices are.
Yeah.
so you kind of enter in. There is kind of like a bouncer at the door that kind of watches as you all enter. As you come into this kind of main sort of foyer sort of bit, you know, this isn't really the entrance isn't really a tavern. It's more of an inn slash hotel rather than a tavern. It's just kind of got a drinking sort of area added onto it. It seems like it was added onto the map because they were trying to get they were trying to promote their establishment. So you kind of enter in, and in front of you is this fairly large kind of oak desk with a gnome kind of sitting behind it. Behind the gnome is a large panel with lots of hooks with different room keys on, some of which are missing because those rooms have been rented out. The carpet below you is kind of this dark sort of red. It's much nicer than anywhere you've been before. Like it's reminiscent of the sort of stuff you'd see in Grimrose's house. It's all very clean
I was about
compared
to steal it
to.
all.
Yeah.
It's all very clean compared to you lot who've been traveling through the woods for quite a few days. Some of you are a bit bloodied, mainly Pax, a bit bloodied from the
Nearly
giant gorilla.
dying, yeah.
Nearly dying from the gorilla.
He doesn't need more trauma. Stop it.
He's been through enough, Ben.
Yeah, no, more trauma.
Says the
more.
the person who stabbed him.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, you kind of enter, leaving a small trail of mud behind you.
Yeah.
And the gnome kind of looks up and says, just kind of looks at you with almost like a disgusted look of how dirty you are, and just goes, "Hey, can I help?"
Yes. This fellow
no.
here
I
is buying
genuinely
us.
thought you were just gonna say yes. I genuinely thought you were gonna say yes.
I look at Grimrose and I say, this man here, he's getting the first round
First round of what?
of waters. Because that is what you need after a long journey.
So what did you just say?
Water.
Lost that word. Water.
Waters, yeah.
Well, we don't offer drinks to people who aren't staying.
This man will also pay for the rooms then.
Okay.
I don't need a room, but okay.
There's... I just squint
I
at
pull out
Aial.
my hand to stretch. Cheers.
What's the
It's
price
5 gold
this
per
place?
My man can more than cover this. Fine.
But bathhouse is included.
I give like a pleading look to Aial.
No.
I just continue to look straight at the tavern, keep my hand outstretched.
He kind of reaches under, pulls out a small wooden pole with which he's fitted a glove to, and stretches it out to your hand, and kind of shakes it like that, and then pulls the pole back.
Oh my
I
god.
smell.
I'll be honest, I'm not sure this place is the best location in town. We will have a look around
No.
and
But no.
may return.
I guarantee you there's no finer establishment.
I've already started walking.
What the hell?
I'm
Right.
All
still
in this tavern.
All of you are
I
here,
want to
we'll
pay
stop
the 5
Grimrose.
gold for myself.
I'm going to
Right.
stop from exiting.
Wait, where are you
so-
going, Mr. Grimrose?
So are
to
you all getting a room? Are you getting a room each, or are you sharing rooms? Because sharing is
I don't
How many
live
people?
my
How many people can we fit in a room?
probably about 2. But considering you've got a Warforged on you, you only need 3 rooms.
Okay, that's cheapest. Yeah.
Sounds more than we normally pay.
Grimrose, do you care to join me?
I turn to the cavern keep and say, sorry about my friend here. He hates gnomes. He's looking for a traveler's get Scotch run by
Oh
one.
my god.
Excuse me.
Right. As I said, but a bathhouse is included. You also get access to meals as well.
Ah, very good. We shall stay here then.
Great. That if you're getting 3 rooms, that'd be 15 gold.
Yep.
I take out my amulet and say, what about for a man of the big guy, pointing upwards?
15 gold.
I pass over 5 gold.
Excellent. And then Hurley passed over 5 gold. There's just 5 more gold then. from someone?
Dimitri will pay the rest.
Excellent. The gnome kind of hands each person who paid in 5 gold a room key, and then says, "Please do enjoy your stay."
Thank you. Do we keep the key?
Well, it's once. Tomorrow you'll have to hand it back in or pay for another night.
What about if you and I forget that we have the
Oh my
keys?
god.
I won't forget.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Very good.
Great. Now, if you'll please excuse me, I've got some things I need to do. Then he just kind of takes out a book and acts like he's just reading through it, trying to not pay attention to anything.
It's upside down.
Yeah, it is upside down. It's easier for you lot to read it than it is for him.
Hacks, cats.
So I'm gonna head off to my room.
Yeah, I'm gonna follow Hurley.
Sorry, Dimitri, what?
Which room am I gonna be in then?
The corridor.
Oh, outside. Just
Yeah, who's bunking with who?
I'll be
Pax, will
staying
you stay
with
in that?
Hurley, I believe.
Pax, care to spend a night in my star, Ben?
Sure.
Come.
I guess I'll stay with Aial then.
yes. We could talk about that thing that we were talking about earlier.
Great.
No.
And I guess I'll inhabit the corridor.
I mean, you could just stay in ours, Warden.
That would be. Thank you. I
Yeah.
accept your offer.
Oh no,
Also-
I'm afraid. Well, you have to.
It's fine, Aial.
Well, he has to eat ball bearings to gain
Oh
entry.
my god.
Oh.
I can't. I physically can't eat anything, Ale.
Charlie just kind of turns to Warden and just says, "Just go with it."
Okay, I'll eat
I'm
the ball
joking,
bearing.
Warden. I'm joking, Warden.
Okay.
Okay. Jesus. You will make your way up to your respective rooms, and
Yeah.
you'll kind of sit down. You get ready for the night. So, are there any conversations people would like to have?
I would like to have one.
I'm going to give Hurley 2 gold and 5 silver to pay for my chef room.
Thank you. That's considerate.
Should know that I have to break.
he just acquired 40 gold, and now he's getting more back.
Well, fine.
This place is much too high end for us. There's no need for this amount of.
I mean, I do like the. I mean, I don't know. Actually, I did want to ask you questions about this. I assume the door's locked. I'm in our room now.
Yeah, you're in your room.
Okay. You and your brother, were you alike?
In what way, like?
Well, he was obviously a upper class man who enjoyed the fine things in life, and I don't know much about you, to be fair. Where did you come from? Similar background? Or were you more of a adventurer?
It's not the greatest of topics for me.
No, I
Father
don't.
didn't particularly like having 2 children.
Yeah.
That's all I'll say for now.
Well, I'm first on much, but you do seem capable, and the magic thing that you mentioned earlier, you won't be able to hide it for long.
Yes.
But anyway,
How much do you know of the arcane arts, Early?
well, it was kind of part of my life to learn arcane arts, and I was taught in it. I was trained in it, and yeah, I mean, I did a decent bit. On a scale of 1 to 10, 20, I would say I was very much about a 3. But decent in knowledge.
Do you know any magic that affects the soul?
I don't believe so. Many things can affect the soul. But I don't know what you mean.
No matter. It's
Okay.
nothing important. How big is the room, actually?
It's fairly large. It's so you've got two separate beds, but there's a decent amount of storage space. It's probably about like 20 foot by 30 foot.
Ooh,
So they're quite
That's
big rooms.
decently big.
that is a big room, yes.
Yeah, are the bathhouses open? Or will
Yeah,
be
they
open tomorrow? Okay.
It will be open.
Right, I'm gonna change into my bathhouse wear.
Are there any windows in the rooms?
Yeah, you've got windows kind of looking out on the. rest of the city.
Can Warden also try and go to the bathhouse?
That's actually a good note. Is there any location where I could wash my outfit or have my outfit washed?
You can get that at the bathhouse. Like
Okay.
you can have your outfit washed and you can wash yourself.
Why? I'll do that, and I also want to see if I can quickly pick up a more modest outfit, like just some adventurous clothes.
So you're kind of looking for a clothes shop for that.
I suppose, yeah.
That the time it currently is, as that it'll mainly just be the general store that'll be open. So that
okay.
sort of shop probably a lot more of the specialized ones probably won't be.
Okay, yeah, I'll have my outfit washed nonetheless.
Okay.
I'm going to put one of my daggers under my pillow.
Oh god.
Oh no.
That's an accident waiting to happen.
I'm gonna go off to the bathhouse ale.
But we need to talk about the plan.
We can talk about it later.
Well, we don't need prying eyes and ears. I stare at Warden.
Aial, if it's none of my would I have heard about him saying about a plan?
Yeah, you would have heard the plan.
As long as it doesn't harm me or the rest of the party, I couldn't care less what it is.
Don't worry, it won't.
Then I couldn't care less what it is, so you don't have to
But
worry.
I care that you know.
Oh god. Well, it's too late for that now.
Well, let's move along quickly, shall we? Tyler kind of just rushes out.
I follow her to the bathhouse.
I will go to the general store.
Oh no!
No.
What are you looking for at the general store?
I'm sorry, it's not anything too chaotic.
No, you say that.
You say that every time. Last time you bought like a bucket, so that ended up being chaotic.
Yeah, but
Scary bucket.
I'm going to buy some more candles.
Oh,
Awesome.
what?
Okay.
How many candles can I buy?
Probably 3.
3 candles, okay. I'm gonna buy 3 candles, and I'm also going to buy a chain, I think.
A
A
chain.
chain?
Yeah.
A chain. You probably won't be able to find that at a general store.
Okay. What about... something that I do need is a disguise kit. Will I be able to find that?
Um. mm, Probably not in the but yeah, probably not in the general store.
Okay.
You have to look somewhere else for that.
I shall have a look at another day then.
Okay, so you're gonna buy the candles.
Yes.
Okay, we'll say 3 silver for the 3 of them.
Cool, that works out perfectly. I've got 3 silver.
Perfect. Okay. Pax and Dimitri, anything you want to do?
What will Pax be doing?
Just rocking gently in the corner.
Probably not much. Just kind of sitting himself down, ready to sleep. He hasn't got much to do.
Dimitri will be following him around, looking at his ears intently.
What are you doing?
Pax. The whispers in the forest.
Yeah.
What were they saying?
I couldn't make them out. I just heard whispers. I don't really know.
Did nothing come of them? Were you just plagued by, not plagued, but blessed by the quiet voice of spirits?
Oh, yeah, I kept hearing them for a while, and then they just kind of stopped.
Curious. Where did you come from, Pax?
Where do I come from?
Yeah.
It's a place quite far away. You wouldn't have heard of it.
But where?
It's a place called the Twilight Grove.
Twilight. That sounds rather mystical. Do you think they should change the name of my fortune-telling tent to that?
No.
My Dimitri's new business, Twilight Grove.
No,
Star reading and fortune telling.
don't do that.
Yes. If another found out, it may be problematic. Anyways, make sure you tell me if the whispers come back.
I will.
He gets uncomfortably close to Pax's ears.
What are you doing?
Trying to sense any magic. Anywho, bath time. He lunges out of the door.
Lunges. Lunges.
Yeah, and then tries to find the bathhouse.
Are you going to be joining him?
Me?
Yeah.
No, I'll be staying here.
Okay, cool.
No.
So everyone, you can very easily find the bathhouse. You'll kind of meet up there. Another gnome behind the counter said, you could all go get unchanged in there, and like gestures towards several cubicles where you can go unchanged, and then you go through the other side and you should reach the baths.
And I just look at myself like,
Yes, you can just go straight through.
Thank you. And I go straight through.
If you leave your clothes in the cubicles, we'll collect them and then clean them for you.
Thank you.
Are there any towels in the cubicle?
Yeah, there's a towel that you can use to cover yourself up.
Yeah, we can't defeat the purpose of a cubicle otherwise.
Yeah, it's like, yeah.
Okay.
Look at me.
Oh my god.
Please stop.
I like to think the mist from the bath just covers it perfectly like an anime.
Like,
What have you been watching, Ben?
Yeah.
Anyway,
Oh my god.
you kind of all go in. You make your way into this public bar. Talia ends up going to a different one because men and women are separated. You kind of enter into this bar. There's a couple of other people just kind of sitting and talking. in this. The waters seems quite hot, steam kind of rising up off it.
Dimitri is going to submerge himself.
Oh yeah, because you don't need to. You can hold your breath
Warden will
indefinitely.
do the same.
Okay. So,
You've both done that twice now.
yeah.
Yes.
How long do you all spend bathing?
Not too long unless any discussion comes up.
Is Grimrose there at the same time as Dimitri?
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Everyone's there but Pax and Charlie's in the other one.
And
Dimitri.
Aial isn't here, right?
Aial is here, I think.
No, I don't
Yeah, he
think.
went to
I would have
general.
gone back.
Oh wait, no, Aial would have gone to the general store, yeah. So
Yeah.
everyone but Aial and Pax.
Dimitri's going to sidle up to Grimrose.
Just underwater like a crab.
Warden's just gonna stick his head out of the water. It's just his head. That's all you can see.
Okay. Okay.
Do you count this as a comfortable setting, Grimrose?
Not with you in that position.
Fair enough. Dimitri comes slightly further out of the water so he's level with him.
Is there anyone else in the bathhouse other than us?
Yeah, there are a few people just kind of sitting and chatting with one another.
It's not as private as I would. We can meet in one of the rooms afterwards and talk there.
I would like to point out the bath is quite big. Like just because there are other people doesn't necessarily mean I can hear you.
Would I? Warden's gonna just look around to see if he recognizes or can tell what people are saying and stuff.
No, you can't.
Oh,
really.
okay. All right.
So.
Yes, I shall wait then. And Dimitri just submerges himself right next to Grimrose.
Like a hippo going underwater.
No, he just sort of goes cross-legged and closes his eyes.
He walks around the bathhouse like Moto.
What's the mode relax you?
And it's like
Stop.
almost a magic rhythm in slow motion.
So you're just walking in slow motion. Everyone else is still moving at normal speed.
I'm moving very slowly.
He uses minor illusion to make himself chunky.
Yeah, so
Chunkier.
the girl,
He already is, yeah.
I think Hurley likes you.
Oh no!
I think
Oh,
Hurley
God.
likes you.
Oh, no.
I do not like this.
Yeah.
He uses silent image to make the buff Hurley again.
Oh god.
It just Hurley's in his own world.
Look,
Clearly.
Hurley thinks he looks much better than he does.
Yeah, that's most definitely.
So, no conversations are happening. You all bathe. You get out. You find all your clothes clean in the cubicles where you left them, and you all kind of meet up back in kind of the main almost lobby. Talia's not there; she's taking a bit more time, but the rest of you are there.
Is there any kind of table for us to sit at, or are we just standing around?
Well, I mean, so at this point, you probably would have dried yourselves off, gotten into your clothes, and then you can start going back up to your rooms.
Yeah.
Oh, we do not require food.
Oh yeah, you can go find food as well if you want.
I'm just gonna head back up to my room and try and clean my weapon a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Ethan, check DMs.
Alright.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no. Oh no.
Nice question, first.
Okay, so what are the rest of you gonna do then? Try and find food?
Yeah, either we should eat or we should gather together in a private location if we wish to have things. If you have things that we wish to discuss.
What does the clothing look like of the other guests?
It's all very posh and high end. It is kind of these long robes of sorts.
Ooh, are any of them flamboyant colours?
Yeah, there's some flamboyant colours.
What's the most flamboyant coloured one?
What's the most flamboyant color you can think of?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not sure, but so and where are these guests just sort of walking around?
Yeah, they're just kind of wandering around the corridors, going to rooms or going down to kind of the dining area to eat.
Dimitri is going to approach one of the people that has funky coloured clothing.
Yeah.
Where did you get that clothing? I mean, not face.
Oh yes, there's a shop. There's a shop in the city which sells these lovely robes.
It is a lovely robe. What's the shop called?
It's called Tabitha's Fine Silks.
Silk. Oh, worm robes.
I'm sorry, what?
From the silkworms. The silk
Oh my-
from the worm.
Right. They just kind of turn away and start walking.
I'm so glad I'm not there.
Happy.
What is he doing?
Who knows with this idiot? Oh wait, I'm not there.
I
I just said I'm glad I'm not there.
Just
Yeah,
so
I'm
glad
not
you're not there,
there.
then immediately there. Let's go.
Yeah, I know. Oh, I'm too
God.
dumb. I'm too dumb.
Okay.
So shall
Okay.
we look for some food then, or what are we doing now?
I'm going to get to my own table, and I'm going to buy a small meal and snoop on the other guests by reading their lips
Are you saying this to DM or to us?
to the DM.
Oh,
Okay.
great. Okay, that happens. You do that.
No, what does he hear? See,
It's just talk about businesses. Most of these people are quite rich. Talking about their business ventures and all that sort of stuff. Quite boring, to be honest.
I'm going to get out. I try to think of how I do this. I get out a bit of chalk and I start writing some notes on my water skin.
What?
Okay, water skin's made of leather, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Or like bladders and stuff.
so do you think the chalk would work?
Maybe?
Because I'm gonna say it probably wouldn't work that well.
Okay, I just
Anyone
try and
chat now?
I try and remember as much as I can.
Okay. All right. So everyone else, you kind of make your way to the dining area if that's what you want to do.
Yeah.
You find somewhere to sit. You get a meal. You just kind of sit there and eat it. Pax, what are you doing during this time? Are you sitting in your room depressed?
Not much. Yeah, pretty much. I'm just just kind of sitting by myself and just kind of in my own thoughts. Not really doing much.
Dimitri's going to
Do
try
I
and
have-
talk to Hurley.
Oh no.
No, that's a dumb idea.
Is Hurley there eating with everyone? Well,
Yeah.
I assume Hurley's eating, but
Is
I think so.
is the food part of the package, or do we have to pay separately?
Part of the package.
Okay, that's good.
even for Hurley?
If you want extra, you have to pay more. But
Oh. Yeah, he said, is Hurley just sitting with us?
is he even here? That's the question.
Yeah, sorry, I forgot I was muted.
Oh.
Yeah, he's at the table.
Dimitri's going to scoot his chair up next to him. Hurley, how do you think about a rebranding of the Dimitri business to Twilight Grove? Star reading and fortune telling.
Quite a mysterious name.
Hmm.
I quite like it. actually.
Yes.
Um,
Yes. You see, if we could get lots of flames on the ceiling somehow, actually, no, that might burn my tent.
yeah, it looks
We
great.
could get many small candles suspended from the ceiling. I believe I could come across a mist.
Yes, that would actually be very smart. Actually, you can bring more people to your tent, and well, you know how I feel about money.
Yes, it is a rather shiny thing. You shall contemplate rerunning. Although Pax seems rather against it.
But why would that be?
Maybe she was planning on using it? No, not yet.
Yes, Pax does not seem like a businessman.
He said it was his hometown's name. Maybe
Wow.
he dislikes the people.
I'm certain.
One
I
second.
see no problem naming it that.
Dimitri starts shuffling through his tarot card deck.
Did he say a reason? How did you come up? I mean, how did you know of this name?
Oh, I asked him where he came from to see if I could get some of those wonderful ears.
Oh, what a strange question, but okay. Well, I guess if he asked you not to name it that, I would advise you not to.
Although Hurley, Dimitri pulls out an upright sun card. One of the main symbols of this card is success. I can ponder on this at some point. Might you have any gem inlaid sticks?
Oh, that spell's a good spell.
Gem inlaid sticks.
If this is what
Oh,
I think
God.
it is, that's going to be good if we get our hands on that.
Is that sorry?
Gem inlaid sticks or bones. I don't know why I'd have bones. You're not a grave robber like Artemis.
So true, so true.
Do you see anywhere that might sell gem inlaid sticks? Wait, what was that clothes shop called again?
Tabitha's Fine Silks.
I shall go to Tabitha tomorrow, see if she has any gem inlaid sticks.
Don't think it's a common item, but I wish you the best of luck.
Dimitri will start crunching down on his ice.
I'll be careful. We're going to be together a while. It's best not to start any feuds with each other. So if he's asked you not to, I'd say respect his wishes. But if you think it's profitable, then again.
I mean, it's undoubtedly profitable, but I shall ponder this further.
Yeah, which is more important, friends or money?
Money.
I mean,
Harley would say so.
And Ethan?
How
He
long?
would not like to speak on this matter.
How long do we think we'll be staying here?
who are you saying that to?
Just the rest of the party, everyone at the table.
So, there's only 3 of you at the table.
A day?
Is there only the 3 of us?
There's only 3 of you.
I'd imagine a day or 2, and then we get back on the road towards Inferno. Maybe not staying here both days.
Yes.
Rather expensive. I thought
Nice as it is, I just don't think it's worth the cost.
Although it may be good to stay out of the forest, it did seem to have a good effect on you last time, Grimrose.
Yes.
Dimitri's going to scoot his chair over to near Grimrose and stare at his eyes intently.
Yeah.
they're their normal colour. I just imagine Grimrose gets red contacts just so he looks evil the whole time.
Can Dimitri try and see if he senses any evil in his eyes?
Just
He will
make a
consult the spirits.
consult. Make a religion check.
Not religion.
Well, I mean, you're trying to communicate with the
17.
spirit. 17. He doesn't seem dangerous. The spirits tell you he's not dangerous at the moment.
Thank you, spirits.
You're welcome.
No. Sounded different to normal then.
Well,
I must depart. Dimitri stands up and strides back to his room.
I just imagine him lunging again.
He lunges a little bit of the way and then walks.
He lunges up the stairs.
so what about you, Hurley?
About me?
Not sure. Just felt like doing something to break the silence.
Okay. I recommend you act more your class, Grimrose. I'm sure people of our similar class or stature would prefer to stay in a place like this than a lesser establishment.
As much as I appreciate the authority that comes with this title, especially as we begin to leave this country, it might make sense to attempt to be a bit more low down.
Yeah,
Stick out less.
most definitely.
We do that more than enough already with our party.
Oh yeah. But I am quite just don't make yourself too obvious that you're not who you are, because you've told us you're an upper class man, and
Yes.
you're saying you don't like upper class things, which can be a bit strange to some, including myself. But I reckon that I'll probably be off now. Probably get a good night's rest.
Yes, I suppose that fits for both of us.
Join. You can stay here for a bit longer. It's up to you.
No, I will also be retiring to our room.
Okay. So you will make your way back to your rooms. Aial, eventually when you make your way back, Talia is just kind of sitting in the room, just kind of reading a book.
Do you like to read, Talia?
Yes, it's a pastime.
What are you reading?
Oh, it's just a book I've been writing about things in the forest.
You write books?
A bit, yes.
I too am a fellow scholar. I tap my nose.
Really? What have you written?
I've written many books, many books, and I get out the books that I've written. So there's
Oh no! Here we go.
and there's six books in total.
Would you like to tell us the names?
Yes. So, okay, there are 5 books that look the same, relatively the same, but you notice that the titles are in different languages. All the books are pretty much moth-eaten from being kept in the bag for several years. These books are The Beginner's Guide to Breakfast Food Stuff.
You're cutting out a bit.
Yeah.
So, Beginner's Guide to Breakfast Food Stuff.
I'm also here, by the way, so.
Yeah, Warden's just kind of there.
Polishing his weapon.
Well, that's certainly interesting. Maybe I should give it a read sometime.
Well, what about the 6th book?
Yeah.
That I think that was just in common.
Okay.
So five of them are in different languages, and one of them is in
okay.
common. They're all the same book.
Mike died.
Yes,
It seems like it.
It seems like his
Seems
mic
like his
died.
mic has
Yeah.
died.
Oh, typing.
Oh, here we go.
Ooh. Wi-Fi.
Feeling-
Oh no.
Ah! Oh,
Oh,
no.
we must wait for the breakfast. Come back.
The beginner's guide to breakfast.
Ah, yes. Hello.
Hey.
I'm back.
Yeah. The beginner's guide to breakfast food stuff. That
Yes.
definitely sounds interesting.
Yes, it is written in 5 languages: Aarakocra, Dwarvish, Elvish, Common, and Northern. It's for the general reader, just as yourself. And then
Yeah.
this book, I put my hand on the compendium of breakfast food stuff. This is for the serious breakfasters.
Breakfast is.
No, this is work when Nobler comes in.
Yeah.
What would you say is your favorite breakfast food stuff?
Oh, I cannot believe you asked that. That is granola for sure. It is
Wow.
the best. Yes.
I do agree with you. It is quite nice. It is
Oh.
quite nice.
I would have you murdered if you felt any other way.
I would die.
Well, that is an exaggeration, but you would be dead to me.
Great. Great. Anyway, we should probably get some rest. So,
No, let us talk about books.
Yeah, okay. Okay.
How about I read your book and you read my one?
Yeah, sure. She kind of hands you her book, and do you hand over the the beginner's guide to breakfast food stuff?
Yes.
Or,
I
okay.
pass the Elvish one over.
The Elvish one. Great, thank you. She just kinda
No, thank you.
No worries. She kind of sits down and starts reading it. So, I presume everyone's going to be going to sleep.
Yeah.
What does Talia's book have in it?
Talia's book has, it seems to be, seems to have quite detailed information about the sort of beast that you find within the deep woods. Some quite scary ones, like the book that you found and the kind of broken tower, but a bit, quite a lot more detailed. With more information about different creatures that further into the deep woods, and the best ways to try to travel through if you get lost.
Aial will now cook these monsters into breakfast foods.
grind their bones into granola.
Yeah.
So, unless anyone has any more conversations to do.
How far away is Pax's bed from Dimitri's?
It's a few, about 10 feet.
Is Pax asleep when Dimitri comes in?
I don't know. I think Josh is currently muted, so.
Oh. Yes.
Yes.
He's out cold.
He's out cold, just lifeless, just on the bed. Like he died. He's only now died from the gorilla wounds. He's probably asleep. Yeah.
Now what spells could I use?
They say, what spells can you use?
Yes, I'm looking for spells that may help Dimitri with his investigation of Pax's origins. He's going to produce flames to give himself a little bit of light, and then try and study his ears to see if he can figure out what Pax is. He'll use guidance on himself too to assist in anything.
I mean, you see the horns.
Yeah, he'll look at those and ponder on what he could be.
make a nature check.
Nature? I can do that. Let me get a die.
So many nature checks, my god.
Can I improve my thing with guidance?
Can you guidance yourself?
Yep. He's a
yeah,
valid creature.
I am
so-
a willing creature, so that's
That's
11.
fine.
And okay, 11 base, and then the D4. 14.
You're not entirely sure what Pax is.
Hmm. Have I got any guesses?
Some sort of half man, half goat.
A goat hybrid.
Goat hybrid.
Okay. Dimitri
How,
will
how
probably
we
want to
how
try
we
it.
came to be is a very interesting question.
And Dimitri knows what a goat is.
Oh, yeah, Dimitri. No, you have an idea what a goat is.
Okay, Dimitri is going to stand in the room and try to get himself in the zone to feel like a goat and think like a goat.
Oh. And then.
To become a goat.
So you're going to try and wild shape into a goat?
Yes, I wild shape into a goat.
So let me just check the CR of a goat quickly.
Oh. As long as it's
CR0, you're fine.
Okay, I can become a. Yeah, I assume that wolves were more dangerous than goats.
Yeah, you become one with the goat, and you feel your body kind of contort and shrink a bit. Well, not as you know, it doesn't really shrink at all. You just kind of transform into this goat creature. All your equipment kind of sucks into your body and is replaced by this long fur. These two kind of large sort of horns come out of your head and curl backwards a bit. You are now a goat.
Dimitri is going to let out a startled. He's going to attempt to stand on 2 feet once again.
You make an athletics check with the goat stat block, of course.
The goat stat. Oh, what's the goat stat block?
Let me get it up again.
Do I keep my proficiencies when I become a goat?
You have +1 to strength.
Okay. I think that's the same as Dimitri. Oh, yeah, that's better than Dimitri.
Yeah.
Hey.
So go ahead and try to.
20, not natural.
20. Okay. You managed to get on your hind leg. Just make a dexterity check just to see whether you can maintain that for a long period of time. That's +0, by the way.
Okay. Oh, nat 20.
Ah!
Wow.
It's recorded.
Yeah, Josh, you better be here so you can record the nat 20.
And notice Dimitri as goat.
Yeah, you managed to push yourself off the ground onto your hind leg, and you're standing there in a very ominous way, just kind of on your hind legs. You're much taller now, probably about than you were as a Genasi when you stand on the goat's hind legs, and he's just kind of looming over Pax.
Has anyone else got any interactions to wait until Josh comes back?
Yes, interactions go.
Breakfast foods.
Grimrose and Hurley, do you have anything else in your room?
We talked about a lot.
So it's weird so everyone was there, I guess, but
Talk about nobleness. I don't know.
Did Josh say he was going in?
No, I don't think so.
okay,
Which
if you don't mind me,
which is kind of hypocritical considering he tells Ethan off for it all the time.
if you don't mind me asking, I don't actually know too much about you.
Me?
What's your story?
Well,
This is the story all about.
I grew up in.
This is a story all about that.
Oh my lord, got flipped upside down.
I grew up in a gnome.
He grew up in a gnome.
A gnome town.
No way.
No way.
Part. Yes, I grew up in a gnome town with obviously loads of other gnomes, so I didn't get much experience with other cultures, other other races during my early life. So I was obviously nobility. Carrying myself around like that. I was parent. I was sorry, not parents. I was the son to the lord of this town, or mayor, whatever you would like to call it. And then pretty much things happened, and spent some years in Daria. Maybe making my trade, getting attuned to other races and cultures. But my story's not a particularly interesting one. I mean, I had been, how the Daria reacts to foreigners, correct?
Would I know anything about that?
Nope.
Well,
No,
so
I don't believe I do.
well, consider yourself lucky. They're quite the uh, closed-minded bunch.
Ah.
They kind of take on the human culture thing very obsessively. They believe in very 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 it's very imperial over there. It's very hard to say.
Does not sound nice.
No, it's not
certainly.
the best place. And I spent but a few years having to dodge around in not a few years, I would say maybe a year, dodging around, trying to get around. And then I moved down. I went down to sorry, it's been such a long time ago. I moved down to Carful for a few years, which is so more accepting. And then after a few years traveling, making my way here.
Making my way downtown.
Running fast.
To Folium. Yeah, it's me. I know yourself, and that's difficult. But
Yes.
it has been pretty tame, to say, and I still have plenty long left to explore. And I just hope that this prophecy or this quest we're on isn't going to be into it, because as you saw when we were in that cave with the dragon, it's I don't want to unnecessarily risk my life for things that could be easily avoided.
I suppose. We'll be heading northwards, won't we, on our journey to find these titans?
Yes, I would assume so, and hopefully we don't have to find one in Daria. It's very, very dangerous.
For some reason that makes me worry that there'll be one there.
Yes.
Even more.
It's almost as if it's a planned obstacle of ours. Some otherworldly being has already planned for one to be there.
It was your decision to go through Daria.
But
I
yes.
guess it's a decision we will make closer to the time.
Yes, but we just have to hope there's not one there. Or at least we can maybe reason with them. To be honest, it is an ambitious thing. But that's my story. Now I have this question. Who's this contact of yours? Because it's you always say you have a contact here and there, but we never get to meet him. because you're not the person you say you were when you said you had the contact, and I'm just curious whether he's always around? Because we might need him in the future.
Hello.
I've
Oh,
got.
you're back. Continue.
Hurley, I need to be able to trust you. I'm not sure if I
Well, been
can.
trustworthy so far, I'd say. I mean, that Warden, he's already rustled my feathers, to say. So I won't be telling anything to him. Pax? I don't know about Pax. I have no quarrel with him. Dimitri, I will not tell. Dimitri's nice. And then Aial, even though Aial's a bit extreme, I believe he will be useful. It's almost as if he's very smart and he can do very, very creative things, like a snap his fingers. Like if someone pretended to be dead in the graveyard. But yes.
Yeah. I believe one time Aial has put manacles on a skeleton that tried to reach for him.
Yes.
There's no one to tell.
Do I feel like I can trust Hurley?
Do you? I don't decide for your character. That's a pointless question to ask
Yeah.
me.
When he looks as if he's not overly bothered whether you tell him or not. He looks as if you can tell him if you want. You can tell him if you want to. He's not going to really care a great lot, but he will. So far he has respected your privacy.
So far.
Mate, money rules all. That's the only untrustworthy thing about her. And his massive stomach.
I hope I can. Hope I'm not making a mistake in telling you this. This doesn't leave the room, alright? This doesn't.
Yes, I have no one to tell.
There is no contact.
So
I get out my book. The
Yeah, you see this kind of jet black tome, with sort of vine-ish patterns on it.
This is my brother's journal.
Yeah.
It contains magical information. And I've been able to practice some of it.
What are you naturally gifted? Are you
I'm not sure. I'm not sure how I know, but I don't think this magic is like your magic. What? That's a good question. What is the cost of your magic?
Gosh, well, it tires me, I would guess. I can only really cast certain spells certain times. Well, not certain times, but certain amount of spells a day. And after that, my magic is kind of gone. I need a long rest.
This magic, I believe it is fueled by my soul to some degree. But by casting these spells, I damage it in some way.
Would I know of this kind of magic?
A bit.
Would I know of, like, okay, there is this kind of magic that's kind of
It's
iffy.
in some situations. It is frowned upon in some areas. Yeah, you would know that. but you also know it's one of the most common forms of magic that you see. Because
Okay, well, I think I know what you're on about. I've heard this type of magic before. I don't know about it myself, but I assume that's why you asked me a question about the soul magic earlier.
Yes.
I'm afraid that I'm far too weak to know anything about soul magic or well, I'd say real magic because right now I can cast illusions. But yes, I don't know much about
Your illusions would be an incredible force if we faced anything but actually cared about them.
Yes, for so far we have faced mindless beasts and monsters, which
you face 2 giant insects and 3 gorillas.
which I've given my best go to use what I have at my disposal, but I'm afraid that it's not going to be as effective on them. But I do recommend this is not something you say in public.
Yes.
It might cause some disturbance. Especially,
imagine.
You should already assume that Artemir knows.
Yes.
He is
He knows
he knows too much.
everything, it seems.
Yes, which discomforts me. But yes, I would assume he knows about. Well, he has a book. He had a book that follows every move. But yes, try to keep this not obvious. I would disclose. I would say to the party that you know magic, and say the reasons behind personal or you can't say. Because I think if we're going to be on this prophecy quest together, everyone needs to be truthful. If it does not interrupt my business, of course, which I believe your doings will not. But I think we have had quite an interesting, quite a few productive talks tonight, and I believe that before one of us says something we probably shouldn't, or something we wouldn't want to, I think we should both get a good night's sleep. I think it's the best course of action.
I open my book to a certain page and point my finger at you. Speak a soft word and then speak into your mind, casting message.
Oh.
I don't think Artemir can hear this.
Whoa. Okay. Well, that's certainly cool.
You can respond to this message.
Oh, I think, wow, that's certainly cool out loud. I don't know. I send the message back like that.
Do you think he is a threat once again with a message?
I possibly back in the message. Well, good night.
It's good talking to you, yes.
And I say
Good
like
night
a
to you
sarcastic sentence. Good night to you too, Artemir. as if he was listening.
He knows when you are sleeping.
He sees you while you're sleeping. He knows when you're awake. He knows if you've been bad or good. So he can, for goodness sake, Artemis just Santa, guys.
Artemir is just evil Santa. No, who says Santa's good?
Who says Who says Santa's good? Santa watches children.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. We'll now jump over back to Dimitri and Pax. So Pax, you're kind of woken by the sound of some sort of creature in your room. And as you wake up, you see this goat standing on its hind legs, ominously over you.
Yeah. What? What?
The ghost is going to try and speak expressively with its hooves. sort of gesturing to itself and going.
I would like to say, Josh, Charlie did roll a nat 20. So.
Nice. For what?
Yes, use advance for counter.
For standing on my hind legs as a goat after accidentally wild shaping.
Nice.
Yeah, basically what happened is Dimitri was staring at Pax's ears and trying to figure out what he was. Decided he was half goat, then tried to get into the zone of a goat to understand him better and accidentally transformed.
If you want to try and communicate with him, make a sleight of hand charisma check.
Oh, sleight of hand charisma.
Yeah, so instead of using dex, use charisma.
Okay, that'll be +1 for me.
Yeah, and I mean, it will use your actual stats rather than the goat stats.
Yeah, because charisma is unchanged by wild shape.
Yeah, so 19.
Okay.
Christ.
Pax, you managed to get a pretty good idea of what the goat's trying to say, and you understand that this is Dimitri standing in front of you in a goat form.
What?
Me.
Hey.
Why?
How long does wild shape last? A minute? Or...
Hours. Number of hours was half your level, I believe.
Yeah, 1 hour.
Oh my god.
He's going to gesture to his ears with a hoof and go.
What is your problem with ears?
Dimitri Goat is going to lie down on the ground and go very quiet as he tries to commune with spirits.
You just watch Dimitri go lie on his back, just try to commune with spirits.
What?
You just look really confused.
What time is it at the moment?
It's like
Good question.
like 8 probably.
So, are the others still up?
The others are all starting to go to sleep now.
Okay. Why? What?
Dimitri Goat shall get onto all fours normally and just stare at Pax.
What? That's fucking creepy.
It's just Goat Simulator.
Are you okay? Did you do this yourself?
Dimitri Goat nods.
Oh, okay. That's disconcerting. Okay. Am I okay to go
Dimitri Goat is going to go. And as in a goat yawn, and then clop into his bed and lie down.
Okay.
Not Pax's bed, Dimitri's bed. Not.
I'm gonna also lie down and somehow try to sleep.
You've been traumatized.
You'll go to sleep.
Not traumatized, just really fucking confused.
Pax, can you make a wisdom save?
Oh, what? What?
No. This is unrelated to the
16.
Goat. 16.
Yay, Josh can actually make wisdom saves now.
You can. You get these brief glimpses of things you've seen before. Flames kind of burning down large buildings and trees around you. Just very quick flashes and a solitary figure. And you quickly just kind of wake up and realize that all of it was just a dream.
No, not again.
Why do your characters always have nightmares?
Yeah.
It's scary.
And you just sit upright. You look around. You look over to meet where Dimitri goes. You just see Dimitri lying there now. No longer in his goat form.
His bed sheets are slightly chewed.
You just see part of the sheet in Dimitri's mouth.
There's newspaper in the far corner of the room.
Wow.
Slightly wet.
And you try and go back to sleep, and you manage to do that. You don't have any more night terrors for this night. Grimrose.
Oh no.
As you go to sleep, you see in front, you find yourself in this large kind of garden-like area. You've got all sorts of tangled bushes of like rose branches and stuff with all sorts of thorns and the actual roses kind of sprouting. And as you're just kind of standing there, you feel unable to move. You stand there, you look around, and you hear a voice saying,
Like
you have failed.
You don't command me.
You have failed.
Failed nothing. You're the one who failed.
How so? How have I failed?
You don't control me.
That's... well, I'd like to think otherwise, considering I did in that instance.
What are you?
I'm a being that you made a pact with. And I am the reason you can have magic and cast spells.
Told me this already. What are you?
Just silence. As you stand there, alone. And your long rest, all your long rests, come to an end. You kind of wake up in the morning,
Yeah.
feeling refreshed.
Sad.
Grimrose's a bit confused. Pax still a bit worried because of personal reasons. And you wake up in
Dimitri goes.
rooms. Dimitri goat. Yeah, Dimitri, you wake up when you find yourself you're no longer a goat anymore.
Oh.
I'm with bed sheets in your mouth.
Yeah, the bed
You're on
sheet.
bed sheet.
Yeah, look, you feel something weird in your mouth. You just pull it out. There's a piece of a bed sheet. Let's go.
Like when like a magician pulls a cloth out.
Yeah, yeah.
on
You
it
just
all,
pull
like-
the bed sheet out.
Never ending.
Dimitri is going to get off of his bed onto all fours and then be confused at why it isn't. It's awkward.
Yeah, but Pax kind of wakes up and sees you get onto all fours while not in goat form.
Yeah.
I shall hop out of the window of the tavern. So I
Wait,
get
what?
to keep,
What are you doing?
I wish to keep my key, so
Oh my god.
Oh. Why do
Don't
you have
like
to
us
be this
criminals.
way, Ale?
Why do you need the key, Ale?
You
I
get back in, obviously.
I shall give up that attempt. I look out of the window and think, no, I can't be bothered. And I head downstairs.
Great. So you kind of wake up. Dimitri's still walking on all fours.
No, Dimitri gets up after he realizes. He just stares at his hands and smiles gleefully.
Yeah, he just thinks about being a goat, and then he just transforms into a goat.
No, he's not going to become a goat again.
he doesn't
Only
want to
one
be a
goat tarot card.
He doesn't want to be a goat.
No, but he will demonstrate his new power at breakfast.
Yeah, you all kind of make your way down to the kind of dining area where you can get some breakfast.
And I'm just sitting there awkwardly.
Yeah,
Because, yeah.
looking at the food, it's like, I wish I could eat that.
Yeah.
What
So
is
all
Ale
at the
getting?
table together, right? This time?
Yeah, you're all at the table this time.
Yeah.
kind of animal.
So what's the plan for today then?
I have some errands I have to run.
Yes. Same.
Yeah.
I
I'm nothing on the agenda.
I'm scared to ask what those errands are, so I'm just not going to.
Yeah, don't.
They are for the benefit of the party.
Mm-hmm.
We shouldn't stay here too long. We have a journey to make.
Yes. It's about another 4 days till we reach a port.
I suppose we could look around to see if there's anything we can do. I would like to purchase a new outfit, actually, one that stands out a bit less.
Same, although not same, Grimrose.
I reckon I'll set up shop once if after Dimitri's gone for his shopping. If that's
Yes.
But
Try to look for some jeweled sticks.
I reckon we stay here for maybe one more night, and then we head off to the port because we're in no particular hurry. It's not as if the Titans, or I say that's like under my breath, Titans remains are going to go
Yeah.
anywhere.
I will say it's a lot. The other side of Folium is a lot safer to traverse.
I'd hope so.
They've created they need to create regular routes between Folium and the ports, so it's a bit more travelled.
That's reassuring. But have you been there before?
I've been here and there. I do a lot of travelling.
Yeah, okay, fair enough.
We're adventurers now, aren't we? We could probably find people and search for someone to do some sort of job for them.
Yeah.
That might be a worthwhile usage of our time.
Maybe.
Dimitri Celeste, reader of stars and bringer of adventure.
I thought you were going to say bringer of chaos.
That is quite the title, Dimitri. It would make you a lot of money.
Ooh. Such as the Twilight. Anywho, did all of you know that I can become a goat?
No.
I had an inkling.
Well, you see, last night I was observing Pax and saw his very.
Wait! Did you just say observing Pax?
Well, not in him entirely, just his ears.
No one in this party is sane. No one in this party is sane. Talia, are you sane?
You could say that, yes.
And then the spirit said to me, "Become what you see," and then I became a goat.
Yeah.
Great.
Okay. I kind of look at Pax for reassurance that he hasn't eaten one of my mushrooms. I'm seeing his worried face, which
is reassurance.
Right. That could be a
What
cool
does
party.
Aial have for breakfast?
Well, if he has a choice, he'd probably go for granola.
Yeah, he went for granola.
Yes, it is the only breakfast foodstuffs that he will have.
Otherwise, he'll starve.
Yeah, he won't eat for the rest of the day.
He has a tier list in his pocket.
That's what his book. That's what his books are.
This is tier lists. They have a make your own tier list section at the back.
Yeah.
You can cut out the pieces and stick them on.
Yeah.
Make it family friendly. For all the kids.
Yeah.
Anyways, Grimrose, do you wish to go clothes shopping with me today?
It should only take a few minutes, I'd hope so.
Clothes are very important. You can't skimp on which ones are right for you.
He has a point.
Yeah.
Unless you want your branding to go to waste, that would be a silly idea.
It's just looking for something more, less extravagant.
No, that wouldn't suit you at all. I think you should come with me instead. He shakes a bag of rhinestones
Oh no.
menacingly.
It's as he's yeah. Just shakes him slowly and menacingly.
I looked to the rest of the party for help.
Nope.
It's like a
No,
scared
everyone just kind of looks back at you. It's like,
I think that's a good idea. If you guys can do that, I'll sort out what I have to sell today. And
Yep.
Dimitri, you meet me. Well, do we have the room for the day, Ben?
You have the room for the rest of the day. Well,
Okay.
you have it until midday. Then you have to return the keys.
Okay. That's fine. I'll just probably. We're going to be here one more night, aren't we?
Yeah.
Most likely. I'm gonna go pay. I'm gonna go to the like front desk man and rent my room out for another day.
Okay.
Considering we'll be here for one more. And I will just make sure my inventory for selling later today is all in check and everything.
Okay. So
Ben, is there some sort of like job board or anything?
we'll get to that in a minute. So as you all kind of progress out of route to rest and into the main city, we're going to take a break.
I'll be back.
So yeah, join us in a few minutes. Go to the toilet, get something to drink or eat or something. But yeah, and we'll be back with whatever mayhem is going to happen next.
Yes.
How many more goats will we
Oh,
see?
Dimitri
no.
Goat. And welcome back to Clicky Clicky Math Rocks. Right before the break, we decided to I don't know what I'm saying. Right before the break, the party decided to head out from the tavern that they were staying in, Roots Rest, to go out into the city and do a bit of shopping, as well as some people may be looking for some jobs to do. And before that, we got a bit of information about Hurlium. Hurley and Grimrose kind of talking to each other, and Dimitri discovered he could turn into animals. So he had fun with that, turning into a goat. So you can all unmute, and we can jump straight back into it.
Dimitri Goat.
Yeah.
Dimitri Goat.
Dimitri Goat. Oh no.
Dimitri is the goat.
I'm so scared of
funny.
the thumbnail will be.
Yeah, just have it as the menacing T-posing goat.
If we ever get around to making hires for this, editor include that here.
So you're all kind of heading out. We'll start with. Let's just get the one of the weirder ones out of the way. Dimitri and Grimrose, what are you doing?
Tabitha's fine silk.
Make an investigation check.
Can I try to do the opposite of
Dimitri.
helping him and like
No,
give him disadvantage?
No.
Okay.
14.
14. You can find it fairly easily. It's fairly nearby. It takes a bit longer than probably should have, but you managed to find it. It's a fairly small shop, but on the inside you can see that there's lots of those kind of racks of fine cloaks and all manner of things. So you kind of enter the shop. There's a small bell that rings as you open it, and you are now inside the clothes shop.
I approach Tabitha.
Yeah, it's a small Tabitha's a small gnome woman just kind of sitting behind a desk, just sewing some things. She comes and says, "Oh, how can I help you today?"
I'm looking for a new robe, something with stars and goat wool that can't be damaged by smoke.
That can't be damaged by smoke.
No, I am a fan of smoke, and it would be awful if it damaged it. I
Yes.
don't want to use my incense naked.
It's just another thing you could add onto the description. Dimitri's naked predictions.
No.
Oh no!
Okay, and just go. Oh yes, indeed. Let me go see what I've got in the back. She just kind of goes off.
Yes.
And after a few minutes, she comes back with a nice long robe, similar slightly in color to the one you've got with stars, and she kind of just hands it to you and says, "Is this the sort of thing you're looking for?"
Does it have any goat wool on it? I'm looking for some goat wool.
Oh yes, she kind of opens it up and it's lined with goat wool to try and help keep you warm.
I'm going to a rather hot country.
You're going to a rather hot country.
Yes. Do you have anything woolless or perhaps sleeveless then?
Oh god. Sleeveless.
Yeah, let me go have a look for you. She takes the thing off the counter and she goes back into the back and comes back.
What's Grimrose doing?
I'm just watching this. Kind of
like very uncomfortable, slowly sidling towards the door. And she comes back with the same sort of one, but this time without any sleeves. Says, "Will this do?"
Yes, that would do just fine with me.
Right.
Although, how much would an item like this cost?
For an item like this, probably about 5 gold.
Ah, perfect. Dimitri hands the five gold over instantly. Now, for my friend over there.
Ah, yes.
Do you have any indigo or perhaps scarlet outfits with many ruffs and a long flowing cape?
Oh, I certainly do. And she goes into the back, and she brings back the sort of thing you're describing.
Oh god.
To you, it looks really fancy. To Grimrose, you just look at it and go, "That is horrible, and I do not want to wear that."
Grimrose, come. Oh no!
Just close the window. That was harder than I expected.
Did you say it was harder than you expected?
That did not sound like a window. That did not sound like a window.
Yeah, when he says window, he means door, obviously.
I couldn't find the handle for some reason.
What?
On the window.
No, it was
I wasn't looking at it, okay?
no, it was a trapdoor to your basement where you keep.
Okay, let's move on
Yeah,
from that.
where you keep the replica of yourself in.
I don't need anything like this. I just need something less fancy than what I'm wearing right now. As well suited for travel.
Are you sure? I agree with your friend here. You look very nice in this.
Fabulous.
Something low profile.
Oh,
Low
You need to
profile. I don't see what I can do. She goes into the back again. Comes back with the same sort of thing, but slightly less with the fanciness. Still the same sort of colour. Is this better?
So does it look like it's well suited for traveling?
Oh God, no! The stuff in here seems to be more fashion related than traveling.
I think I may be in the wrong shop. I just need something practical, nothing too exquisite.
Well, I mean, if you're trying to look your best, this is definitely practical.
You can put no damper on style, Grimrose. Dimitri walked up. Are there any changing rooms?
Yeah, there's some changing rooms.
Dimitri skips off to one of them.
And gets changed into your new thing, I presume.
I'm just going to head out of the shop as try walk out of the shop as he does so.
Oh, hold on. Let me see if I can figure out what you want. So, you want something practical for what?
Traveling, something where it doesn't really matter if it gets muddy, sort.
Oh. I guess I could give you something brown. That's the mud won't show as easily on that.
Lord Grimrose, the brown man.
Brown man, yeah. No, we can't.
You know, a typical traveler's outfit.
Oh, what?
Traveler's outfit is good thing Warden isn't here. Traveler's outfit. Travelers. I'll see what I could do. She comes back after a few minutes, looking repulsed at the thing she's holding. And it's exactly what you're looking for. Nice kind of set of traveler's clothes. Durable. Looks like it would be good for adventuring. Just kind of puts it on the counter and says, 2 copper.
I hand her 2 copper.
Thank you. Take it.
Take it and leave.
You can go get changed in the changing rooms if you want to. But...
I'm afraid my friend isn't going to be happy with me just taking this. I'll wait for him.
Dimitri is going to exit the changing rooms and pose with pointing to the sky with his legs spread apart.
Hamilton.
Dimitri goat!
Dimitri go.
Have you only just seen the Dimitri Goat picture?
No, his name on Discord.
Oh yeah, his name is Dimitri Goat now. Oh, you look marvelous in that, and your friend decided to pick out that. And she just kind of gestures to the thing Grimrose is holding.
Oh, sorry, I was trying to listen to the bull. Anywho, thank you for your business. Dimitri walks out the shop with his ear to his shoulder.
I will just quickly get changed into traveler's clothes then. Nice.
Yeah, you're now wearing traveler's clothes and you leave as well. I guess we'll go to Aial and Talia now. So, let me get this straight. You want us to deliver something to the post office?
Yes, although if we are to be caught with this letter, I do not think it would end very well. Nor would it end well if the letter was traced back to us. Hence the need for the disguise.
Right.
So first we must go to the general store.
You looked for a disguise kit at the general store before, and there wasn't anything.
I'm getting other things.
Oh, that bar.
Let's go.
Okay.
Oh no!
Okay, I've got a list here. This is out of character.
No!
It will sound random, but it will make sense very shortly.
Way sounds
A crossbow bolt case, a jug, a bag of sand, a signal whistle, a shovel, a pole, and some feed. Which I've calculated works out to, using these standard prices, as 5 gold, 12 silver.
Okay, you can pay. So 6 gold, 2 silver.
Yes.
Okay.
And I will then I will then go to the clothing store with Talia.
Okay. Are you just gonna go to like a generic one, like a fairly cheap one? Talia kind of gives you a look, just like, help me, please. As you enter into the cloister. Dimitri's too busy posing.
I turn to Talia and say, this will be our disguise. Dimitri has taught me how to swoosh a cape. This will make us beyond recognition.
Right. Okay.
Right.
So,
and then Tabitha behind the counter goes, what can I get you today?
well, we are here on behalf of our master. He is very tall and rather large. He also has a hunched back, and he is looking for a coat.
Okay, yes.
A large cloak of
All
a
right.
dark colour. So imagine this person here. I point to Talia, forgetting her name, and
Yeah.
and me standing on our shoulders. That's the height of our master. Could
Okay.
you fix something up?
Yes. Right. She goes into the back. She comes out with a long cape, like you described. Says, will this do?
Is it hooded?
It does have a hood, yeah.
Perfect. That will do perfectly.
Okay. Great. That'll cost a gold.
1 gold.
Yes.
Thank you very kindly.
No worries.
I pass over the gold.
And as you leave, Talia goes, please don't tell me you're going to be standing on my shoulders while wearing that cloak.
You see, I thought I was the wisest of this group, but you were proving yourself to be, up there as well.
Great.
I get out a bucket and put it onto my head.
Dimitri,
You two have gone by that point.
I'm kidding, Jonathan. I'm kidding.
what do you think about Aial? I'm a bit worried about what he's doing.
Why are we talking now? I thought it was on air.
Might it be a good idea?
Yeah, I mean, it's still on Aial and Talia, so...
Yes, yeah. I want to suggest that we follow them. See what they...
I've already agreed to meet up with Herbie, so, most likely not. Anywho, bye-bye, and he runs away.
I guess I'll follow them on my own then.
Okay.
I get out the letter and put it in my hand, because I know I won't be able to see.
Alright. So you kind of put it in your hand, and then you will... Yeah, so you kind of make your way to the post office?
Yes. Where Talia is the eyes and ears. Well, the eyes, mostly.
Yeah.
And... first of all, I'll search for the map of the taverns and try and see for the poshest tavern north of here.
So what, the poshest tavern north of Folium?
Yeah, like anything within a day's travel.
There aren't many really posh taverns north, that much.
Okay. Okay, yeah, there I've got an alternative. I'm going to go into the post office.
Okay, you're gonna head to the post office. Well, I mean, Talia is kind of leading you with the...
Yeah, I'm just going to keep on nudging Talia, like, forward. Let's go in.
Oh,
Okay.
God.
Alright, you go in, you kind of duck under, and you're now in the post office. Someone behind the counter, you hear someone behind the counter go, "Can I help you?"
Yes. Very kind, sir. And I nudge Talia to walk forward.
My God.
So she walks forwards.
I have this letter. I just hold it out as far as I can reach.
Right, could you just come a bit closer so I can reach it easier?
Yes, sorry. I have a lack of depth perception.
Oh yes, no worries. You just hear a sigh coming from beneath you. There's, "Ah."
I pass over the letter.
The person takes the letter. Where are you sending this to?
Well, I'm sending it to Root's End, but I have need of a personalised delivery, if that's possible.
Yes, I think so.
Okay.
Please describe how you would like it to be delivered.
Well, you see, this is very important. We are delivering on behalf of our master, and
Yes.
he has very exact instructions. So, your delivery person must enter Root's End as of when he can, and then he will notice there are multiple humanoids, but there will be one humanoid that stands out among the rest.
Okay.
And I will give you one gold piece. I can't speak. I pass over a gold piece, or I try to. I throw it at the person.
You hear a ow, and then they pick it up. So yes.
That person may not appear for some time, and yet, when they do, you must give the letter to them, not say a word, and leave the tavern and carry on with your duties.
Right.
Okay.
Could you just repeat all that again? It's hard to understand because it sounds like you've got some sort of metal objects on your head.
Can you not see I am a knight?
You're a knight.
Yes. Why else would I be wearing a helmet?
I apologize. Either way, could you please repeat that again?
Okay. Your delivery person will enter the tavern. There will be
you don't have to repeat it again, but just like.
Yes, he repeats it again, but shouting at the top of his voice.
Right. Thank you. We'll get that delivered for you.
Perfect. Thank you.
And you leave the post office. And you see Tale go, "Can you get off my shoulders now?"
Why don't we walk like this to the tavern?
No, that's an awful idea.
Okay, I jump off.
Okay. Now, what are we going to do with that extremely long cloak?
I reckon give it to a poor person, like Grimrose.
That certainly is a possibility.
Yes. I'll leave it with you, Talia.
Great, thank you.
And on the subject of gifting, here is a shovel. I'm trying to reconcile myself with the party, so I bought them each a gift.
Oh. Oh god.
Here is your shovel.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, back to the tavern.
Right, yeah.
Is there anybody else at the tavern?
I will add I don't think anyone else is.
Okay.
We just add shovel to our inventory.
I guess I'd arrive at the tavern a bit afterwards.
Yeah.
I've been following him.
I'll be there waiting for Dimitri.
Yeah, Dimitri shall return to leave.
Okay. We kind of all meet up a bit.
Warden would have gone to see if there was like a job.
Warden would have. Pax, what have you been doing?
No idea. Nothing important really.
Rocking back.
Just
corner.
rocking, just terrified. Yeah.
Searching for a therapist.
I'm finding an interesting place called the Twilight Grove. It's a strange tent in the middle of town.
Oh god.
Oh wait, Dimitri, we're going to stop at a jeweler's quickly.
Oh yeah. You can. How much do they cost normally?
You'll be quiet for a little bit, huh?
I require at least 25 gold or token.
Okay.
So
You can get 25 gold worth of sticks.
Some shiny sticks.
Shiny sticks.
Yeah, I'll add shiny sticks. Yeah. Then he's going to crouch down on the ground, and spend a minute casting augury to figure out whether rebranding to Twilight Grove would be what the outcome of it would be.
It gives you back good and bad.
Real and woe. Dimitri's in a nervous mood today, so he won't do it. If it was Dimitri Danger Celeste, it may be otherwise.
Yeah, but he's currently Dimitri Goat Celeste.
Yeah.
Meh.
Okay, he puts his shiny sticks in his pocket and then goes back to the.
So, Warden and also Warden with jobs board. Just make an investigation check for me.
Right. Yeah, no, that's an actual 1. So 0.
Hey, yeah, no, you can't find anything. Well, if anything, Warden's just lost now. It's like,
Yeah. Yay.
So, you will meet back up at the tavern. And Aial now has to present you with all of you with your gifts.
I stand in front of, well, where are the party, like in general, are they all seated?
I'd be standing up.
I'll be sitting down probably.
If we have anywhere to sit, I guess you'd sit there.
I stand up and I turn and face the party and I say, I understand that perhaps I've not been my usual self these past few days, and that I've been more chaotic than is needed of me. For instance, I've never burnt down a house before, but then there is the first time for everything.
What?
What?
You, that was you.
As a sign of my reconciliation, I have brought you all gifts. I take out a crossbow bolt case and I pass it over to Hurley. I take out the jug and pass it to Warden.
Jug.
I take
For your ball bearings, you know. For all your ball bearings.
I take the signal whistle and I pass it to Dimitri. I take out a pole and pass it to Pax.
Wait, what'd you give to Pax?
The pole.
The pole.
And also some feed for Philip.
Oh yeah, Philip still exists.
Yeah, Philip exists.
Yeah.
I've just accidentally opened Steam, so...
What was... Oh, the sledgehammer. Who are you giving the sledgehammer to?
Oh, so I take out the sledgehammer and I hold it up and so that it's covering Grimrose's face, and then I put it back into my backpack and take out a bag of sand and pass it to him.
Bag of sand.
Thank you.
No
yes.
problem.
It's the thought that counts.
Yes. You are now all in my debt.
No,
that's not how it
works. That's not how it works.
Yes, I'm afraid that was a joke. I would not do such a thing anymore.
Grimrose, did he just say he burned down a house?
Grimrose's house. Well,
thank you for the gift.
No problem.
The thought counts.
Yeah.
Well, thank you. Dimitri, should we be getting off now to set up the shop?
Probably. Yes, we'll leave
I would like to point out it's getting towards midday and only Hurley's only paid for his room to be extended.
Warden, do you have any luck finding quest board whatever you're searching for?
No.
Warden kind of stepped out to the street, went, huh, and then walked back in.
Yeah.
I guess I'd be willing to accompany to continue your search.
That
Or
would
at
be
least just
helpful.
ask around a bit.
I mean, the Warden can't just look again.
Yeah. Maybe ask around a bit, see if we can find anything of interest.
If you do find the quest board, please tell me.
Yes.
I shall sleep. I shall have a nap in my room.
Which you have for like 2 hours.
Yes.
Yeah, Dimitri will pay to extend his room.
Okay. Talia will pay to expend Aial in her room.
Yeah.
Right, so...
Anyone wish to accompany me? Other than Warden, I suppose.
Guess not.
Not really, no.
Pax is off getting therapy.
Yeah.
Right.
Great. So,
Yes.
looking for jobs, are you?
I'll be looking around for that, as well as just anything that seems particularly interesting, like any
Make-
landmarks or anything.
Make an investigation check.
Ooh, that's good. I believe my proficiency that would be a 21.
That is.
It is a 21, yes. Natural 19.
There isn't much. The city seems to be fairly peaceful. Nothing really happens around the place. You do see kind of an old man kind of sitting outside. Well, not sitting outside, but he seems to be a bit distressed. You kind of go over to him.
Excuse me. Are you alright, sir?
Oh no! Oh, I appear to be lost.
That is problematic. What are you looking for?
Well, I came out to buy some goods, and then I trying to find my way back, and then I couldn't. I just forgot.
Back to where?
And now I'm here, and I don't know where I am.
Back to where, if you don't mind me asking.
My house.
Is your house within the city?
Yes, it is.
Maybe we could help.
That would be greatly appreciated if you could help me out.
Alright. Maybe if you could describe the area of where your house is and what it looks like, then that would help us a great deal.
I could try. Yeah, he describes the rough location of whereabouts his house is.
Yeah.
It's hard to interpret that. Can you both please make intelligence checks?
Oh,
Yay, my best check. Yes! Natural 20! So it's a
13.
19. So it's a
Yeah.
19 then.
13.
Okay. You so you have it kind of pictured in your head. Now you've got to find it. So Warden, go ahead and make an
Woo, I'm
investigation.
great at
Only
those.
With advantage. Though.
Thank God for advantage. That would be a 17.
Okay. It takes a bit of time. You managed to find the area that the old guy was describing. You take him there, and he goes, "Thank you very much. Here for your troubles," and he hands you
Hell yeah.
10 gold, which you can split between you. If you
I'm going to
Yeah.
split it with Grimrose because I'm that sort of person.
I just look a little bit confused at what
Here's
just
5
happened.
gold.
I'll be honest, that was not what I was expecting to happen today.
Me neither, but hey, we helped someone out and we got 5
Yes.
more gold each. I think that's a win-win. Yes.
You know anything about this city?
Me?
Yes, you.
I've never been
Yes.
here.
Me neither.
Yes. This is just one of the countries that I've been to the least. One of them I've been to the least anyway. I tend to stay around.
Does catch your eye a bit, which is a strange sort of old bookshop that's kind of down. It for some reason it just seems to catch your eye.
Interesting.
This is not ominous in the slightest. I suppose we should head in.
Agreed.
You proceed down the alleyway, and
Yeah.
you enter into the shop, and you see standing there, just kind of inside, a familiar little goblin.
No. No way.
You see the potion man.
Potion
Oh,
seller.
hello there.
Oh yes,
I expect to see you again.
yes. Strange, isn't it? You know, looking for all sorts of different ingredients.
Hmm.
Well, information about ingredients, anyway.
Yes. Weren't you a potion master previously? This is a bookshop, is it not?
Yes, you can still find information about things in books.
I guess you run many kinds of shops then.
No, I sell potions, but I am looking for books
This isn't
about
his
rare
shop.
This isn't his shop. Okay.
No.
No.
Anything interesting here?
Not really. Well, I've only really just entered, but there doesn't seem to be anything about strange herbs and remedies and things.
Warden's gonna take this opportunity to try and he's going to try and look for books on several topics, including the Titans and Warforged.
Yeah, I will say behind the counter, though, who seems to run the shop is another goblin.
Okay.
Who's just kind of
I guess
reading a small notebook.
Browse the books a little bit, see if anything jumps out at me.
Yeah, I'm
Why
going
don't
to do
you
the same.
just make an investigation check.
Lots of investigation checks, like worst check in the entire
Even if
game.
this is not a side quest, I have no idea what Ben's doing.
That's a 90.
16.
So that's a natural 20. Another one.
Epic.
19.
Oh, Jesus.
What'd you get, Grimrose?
16.
16. Okay. Grimrose, you find some interesting things about just general magic, some history books, all that sort of stuff. And Warden, you find a book titled Legends of the Titans.
Ooh. Well, when I find this, I'm gonna pick it up and sort of like guess. I'm going to look through it, I guess. Well, actually, I'm gonna ask the goblin who runs the shop about it.
Oh, yeah. Had that one for a while.
How much?
How much? Hand it to me. Let's have a look at it.
Alright, I hand it to him.
He just kind of looks through it. Just at the pages, general quality. 5 silver.
I deal. I give him 5 silver. Just hold on.
Right.
Just remove 1, increase that by 10, then take away 5. Okay. I now have a book called. So let me just
Legends
get it.
of the Titans.
Alright. Custom item. Add new.
You find anything interesting, Warden?
I found this book. It's called The Legends of the Titans.
That does sound interesting indeed.
I'm gonna start reading the book.
Okay. Just make an intelligence check for me.
Woo!
Can I like read it with him in any way, or is that
No.
okay?
No.
That's a 16.
Okay, you start reading through it at a kind of a moderate pace. You get a few pages in, then the goblin said, "If you're not buying, could you leave?"
Of course.
Right.
My apologies. And I exit while still reading.
Yeah. So it seems to contain a bit of information. Of course, there's quite a lot about Sakare, which you already know about,
Yeah.
having already located it. There is a bit about Moors, though,
Ooh.
inside of it, showing it as being depicted as this huge lizard.
Okay, that's gonna take battle.
Yeah, commonly depicted as this huge lizard that seems to, that's according to very old legends, lived within the volcano of Inferno.
Okay.
And then the rest is all just kind of generic information. There's a lot of legends and tales and the sort of things like people would tell each other as like stories. But yeah, that's the sort of stuff you get from the start of it. There's more.
Alright. Of course, yeah, but I won't read any more right now.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, what do you plan to do?
I guess I'll wait for Grimrose if he isn't.
Yeah, no,
already out.
I followed you out.
Alright,
Things interesting.
So what do you want to do now?
It's a good question. Wasn't that much interesting for me there, but you found that book, which
Is a
is really valuable to us, most likely.
yes. I don't really like staying in one place. I prefer to walk around, so I'm probably just gonna have a nice stroll around the city or town. Is it a city or a town?
It's a city.
All right, the city.
It's not too big, but it is still a city.
All right. Of course, if you would like to accompany me or suggest something else, I'd happy to do. You know, I'd happy to do something else.
I don't suppose there's much to do here in the
No.
city, even.
So, would you like to accompany me or do something else?
I'll have another look around. Might as
Alright.
well.
Yes. Of course, while I'm strolling, I'll have a look around as well.
Yeah.
Cause... Yeah.
Right. We both just gonna go your separate ways, go for a walk. Dimitri and Hurley, how you go? What are you doing with your business?
Ask Charlie a couple of questions while they're walking. Charlie, you know Aial well, right? Are you muted again, Ethan?
Yeah, I forgot what was. Sorry.
Nice one.
So, do you know Aial well, Hurley?
I know Aial. Well, I only met him a short time before all of you did. I had known him for maybe a month or two, but it's not prolonged periods of time. Why do you ask?
He was joking about burning down that house, right?
No.
Grimrose seemed awfully fine about it.
Yeah, I reckon it's just, you know, with the magnitude of everything's going on, he probably won't be back at his house much.
Don't think
I
Grimrose had insurance either.
It doesn't seem like that.
House insurance.
If
That's what your business should be.
House insurance.
It's rather odd that Grimrose has done nothing but fate guides us, and I have no interest in that as a current. Oh, also, the rebranding is a bad idea. I consulted the spirits and they said, no. But they
Yeah.
also did say yes, yes, yes. So it depends whether you want to manage or to perhaps traumatize Pax further.
It's a great idea to traumatize Pax. He seems a bit
Definitely.
fragile after the whole goat incident.
Perhaps he is scared of them despite one of his parents being one?
Well, I don't
Hmm.
think he's not really a goat, is he? I don't know how they were made. I mean, yeah, he has features of one, but
Maybe,
uh,
maybe his goat parent was abusive. I'm
I
not
don't.
sure.
I think that's how it works, Dimitri.
Um,
I don't think he has a goat parent and a human parent. Or
oh,
humanoid.
then how did he you know, is born?
Well, it's just I couldn't tell you. You can ask how is and how uh, why am I smaller than most humans? Why I look different? Why are orcs different? It's
Ah,
just race. It's just the left of a time, I guess.
ah. So his race is goat man.
Well, that's to put it bluntly, but I'm pretty
I
sure he
shall-
does have a name for his race. I do not know what it is at the time, but you probably should ask. Except for
Perhaps I,
goat.
perhaps I should find a way to this twilight grove on my path to the stars.
Yes, pretty good idea.
Anywho, in, would you like to set up the tent now?
Yes, we should do that. I did manage to sell off 20 mushrooms earlier today.
Oh.
And hopefully I can sell a few more now.
Yes.
Sadly,
Hopefully you sell them.
Yes, I'll keep 10 on the side so you can have some later.
Performance enhancing. Anywho, anywho, take a couple of steps back, please, for the dangerous magic.
Yeah, I'll step back. Wait for it.
Yes. Mm. The tent springs into existence.
Yeah, as he yes daddies it into existence.
Yeah, he yes daddies it into existence.
You now see the tent before you.
Hmm.
Okay, well, let me get my chest set up and a quick store.
Dimitri writes on the sign outside. Special offer one slot. Immediate fortune aid 5 gold.
And next to it is just a sign saying psychedelic mushrooms, 3 gold each, 2 for 5.
2 for 5. Let's go.
2 for 5.
Okay.
A deal.
Right.
And Dimitri draws stars all over everything in chalk.
So it takes a while for you to get your first customers. And what you see is, in fact, Hurley sees this first. A strange kind of hooded figure with what appears to be like a sort of a strange mask covering kind of half of the person's face. You can see the mouth kind of underneath this hood. The mask kind of depicts this almost almost like an animal skull. It seems to be almost like some sort of ram. As the figure begins to slowly walk towards the tent.
Can I help you?
I'm
Oh, for
looking
fuck's sake.
for fortunes.
Well, this is the place to come.
Great. The figure enters into the tent. Dimitri, you get a kind of chill from this guy. Just see something doesn't seem quite right about him.
He assumes it's performance anxiety and jumps up and announces, Hello, traveller. I am Dimitri Celeste, seer of stars and teller of truths. How may I be of assistance?
I wish for my fortune to be read.
Now, We we have a special offer today that I think may suit you very well. I will consult the spirits onto whether the outcome of actions may be positive, negative, or mayhaps both. If that is what you so feel, if that is what so may help you.
I simply I just want a simple fortune.
What, on any topic, or just a regular tarot card?
A regular tarot card reading.
Of course. Should I just go ahead with it normally?
Yeah. Go ahead with it normally. But an extra special kind of evil twist, if you can.
Upright temperance for your past. I see that you've been entrusted with great purpose. Are you a patient man, sir?
I am patient, yes.
Exactly. If you wait for your I see that you have been waiting for your goals. No. For the present, inverted emperors. You've achieved something is preventing your progress. Although I may not be able to say what, and you may not be aware of this, your patience may be backfiring, as there is an active obstacle in your path.
Yes.
And the future. Upright judgment. Something will soon come to you, and bring down retribution, or perhaps reward for your actions.
Excellent.
Or if you can overcome the blockade in your path, you will get what you deserve.
If I overcome this blockade. Interesting. He gets up.
That will be 2 silver, please.
He gets up and he walks out.
Excuse me. Dimitri speed walks after him.
After he's left the tent, then you kind of follow him. He's disappeared. That's a thin air.
Hurley, what happened to that funny sheep man?
I don't know.
He didn't pay for his services.
Yes. He didn't. That's
Perhaps I
rather
should be
odd.
Perhaps I should be more demanding in future. The audacity of people.
Yes, I mean, he just disappeared.
This is why goats are better.
It's only one. It's only one sale, so.
Yeah.
He
Even
didn't
if I
seem the most trustworthy man either.
If I see him again, I will want my payment, although it's 2 silver. That would buy me. And those 2 silver could be awfully shiny.
Yeah. Well, let's probably continue with business.
Could I borrow one of your mushrooms quickly?
Sure, go ahead.
Actually, no. I feel bad after how that horrible man slighted me. Have the money for it. So he gives you three gold.
Thank you.
He bites into the he eats a mushroom and is thinking about any way to find the person that just didn't pay for his services.
You feel a bit of course high from the mushrooms. But it doesn't seem to be. Nothing shows to you.
Dimitri stomps back into the tent in a huff and lights many incense sticks.
Okay.
Mm.
Can you go ahead and both roll d20s for me?
Sure.
Yep.
That is an 18.
Okay.
7.
All right, Harley, can you roll 2d12 for me? And Dimitri, can you roll 2d6?
2d6.
Oh, very good. 21.
11.
Right.
So, Harley, you managed to make 21 gold, selling off about 7 of your mushrooms. What did you roll, Dimitri?
11.
11. You make 11 gold from various readings.
Poggers.
I'm gonna get a
throughout
drink
the
and back
day.
in a second.
Okay, does anyone have anything else they'd like to do?
No.
I'd like to do a bit of gambling.
Oh, you.
Okay,
Nah.
so you managed to find somewhere fairly easy. Again, another tavern. You go in, you find some people. Go ahead and roll a d20 for me.
11.
I'm just gonna
total-
get a drink too.
In
Sorry.
total, you lose
Oh no.
11 gold.
Ooh.
Gambling not
Oof.
good. Don't do it.
Huh.
What doesn't sound?
Okay.
Uh,
Who's
uh,
that my?
Aial.
Oh, sorry, that might be me.
Oh,
It's because I've got. It's rubbing on my shirt, my headphone.
Alright, so I just want to quickly explain the gambling thing. A even number you gain money, and odd number you lose money, and then depending on how high you roll depends on the correctness of the effect.
Okay.
So, for example, if you roll a 19, you might lose like 3d12 or something.
Okay. Cool.
Cool. So you come out of it losing money, and there's something in the back of your head says you should probably stop now. So you've lost a total of 11 gold.
Well done.
Anyone got anything else?
I'm going
Nah.
to just sit downstairs in the tavern, waiting for the letter to arrive. Just going to look out.
I'm still just walking around the sea right now. So.
Yeah. Eventually,
Nothing
a kind of a courier comes in and spots you, and kind of walks over to you. Says,
That was quick.
I think we have a letter for you, and he takes out the letter you wanted to send.
Wasn't it for a humanoid?
Oh, apologies. Aarakocra is technically humanoid.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Yeah.
I meant human.
Human. Okay, human. Okay, in that case, they don't come up to you. They just come in. They look around. Don't see a human and just walk out.
Okay, I'm gonna try and see. What does that person look like?
Kill him.
They're elven. They're fairly tall.
Okay, I'm gonna. Is he with anybody?
No, he's just going around delivering letters to people.
Oh no, the person who he delivered the letter to.
Oh, he saw there weren't any humans in the tavern. Just
Okay.
Anyway, come on, boys, jump in.
Come on, boys, jump in.
Yeah. Come on, jump in.
Hey. Okay. Oh, dear. Let's go. Go. Okay. All right. So no one's got anything else to do. You can all go ahead and. Oh, yeah. We'll wait for Just to go back and see if there's anything.
Yeah, has Pax just been being terrified in the corner all day?
Yeah, just rocking.
I'm just
Ah.
gonna go grab a drink. I'll be back in a minute.
Okay.
I will have to go very soon.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Actually, we don't know how long Josh is gonna be.
Yeah.
Maybe Dimitri should become Dimitri Goat again.
Here we go.
Actually, Dimitri's gonna. How long would it take him to walk to the edge of the city?
It'll take you a while.
Is there any wildlife within the city?
There's a few kind of green areas where there's a few squirrels and stuff running around.
Dimitri's going to walk to one of the green areas and focus his mind and soul on squirrel.
Mm-hmm. And you transform into a squirrel. You feel your body gets much smaller as you transform into this small squirrel.
Dimitri is going to run up a tree to see the other squirrels.
You do so, and the other squirrels just kind of look at you. None of them have seen you around these parts before.
I'm a challenger squirrel.
Challenger squirrel, yeah, you challenge them to a fist fight.
I'm back.
Then next thing you know, you're gonna land like a superhero.
Alright,
I
so
mean,
I'm still waiting for Josh.
I am back.
Actually,
Alright.
Dimitri is going to step onto a very small branch, just heavy enough to support his weight, and then. Hang on, what are the specifics of casting spells in?
You
in
can't.
Wild? Oh, you just can't.
You just
Yeah,
can't.
not until my strength level.
18th,
Yeah.
maybe 20th.
He's going to try and sign language to the other squirrels.
They all kind of just... Wait, well, while in wild shape, can you understand animals that are the same as you?
I don't think it says that you do.
Because since you can, because I was just thinking, because since you can only talk like the animal, like they'd be able to understand you, but you not them.
If you cast speak, wait, if I cast speak with animals,
I think you lose concentration when you enter wild shape.
No, you can
can you?
keep concentration while entering wild shape, I believe.
Dimitri is going to stick it to put one finger up to say that it'll just be a minute to the squirrels, run away, unbecome squirrel, cast speak with animals, re-become squirrel, and run back up to them.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah. He's gonna ask the squirrels if they know anything of the stars, and try to preach to them.
You're gonna try and preach to the stars.
Preach to the squirrels about the stars.
Okay, they listen intently, very, very interested in what you have to say, until eventually speak with animals runs out.
Dimitri then gets sad and returns to the hotel in squirrel form.
Okay. Are you all gonna take a rest?
Yeah.
Unless Pax has got anything he wants to do.
No.
Do you not want to try and tame Philip?
Yeah, you know, I'll do that.
Yeah, make an animal handling check.
So, nat 20 to succeed on this one. Oh, fucking hell, natural 19!
If Dimitri was there, he could have made it happen.
Any support on that would have made it work, because that's 1 off the DC.
Maybe Dimitri was there. Ooh.
Yes, I think Dimitri
No,
is
Dimitri's
returning.
wherever he is.
Yeah, no, I'm kidding.
That's annoying.
Oh, that's really annoying. You're getting closer to Philip, though. Only 2 more successes and then he's 10.
Yeah.
Only.
Yeah,
Only 2.
yeah.
So, we'll go to sleep. And, I mean, Warden, you eventually return from your long stroll.
Yeah.
And you kind of windows shut down.
I bet. God damn it.
So the window starts up in the morning. Dimitri.
Oh.
Oh.
You have a vision. Let me change the music again.
As always. What's your
Because
by the way, Josh?
I didn't change it for the previous visions, and the atmosphere was really funny to me.
By the way, Josh, was Pax just all day being in like a state of fear or depression and playing with Philip?
Kind of. He probably would have come out the room and just had a little bit of a stroll at some point, but yeah, he probably would have spent most of the day kind of just locked away, not speaking to people.
Yeah, we need to get Pax counselling.
So, Dimitri, we have a vision of the same figure that walked into your tent that day.
Dimitri's going to shout at him to give him his 2 silver.
As you try and shout, but you're unable to find any words. You make the movement, but nothing comes out. You see 3 other figures as well. One, so you've got the one with the goat mask. One with the mask of some sort of bird. One of some sort of reptile. And one of some sort of fish.
Wait, was the first one goat or ram?
Goat. Yeah, goat.
Oh, it was a goat.
Goat, I believe.
Uh-oh.
We can check the VOD back, but goat.
I'm pretty sure you did say ram, but
you did say ram, but I did.
If I said ram, then it's ram. Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Okay, so ram. Then one is kind of this almost raven-like mask.
Play doctor confirmed.
Then one is a sort of kind of chameleon-looking mask. And the final one is a strange kind of fish.
Okay.
Another fish.
Another die fish.
So,
I'm pretty sure that's just the 4 of them, Jonathan.
Yes,
that is 4 of
them.
Yes, it's.
Yeah, just ram, bird, chameleon, fish.
I thought it was another.
You thought it was ram, bird, chameleon, fish, then again another ram.
I thought you said bird, reptile, fish, and I didn't press.
You see the 4 of them kind of just standing there.
Menacingly.
All kind of the sort of T-pose, no. All standing there, each in a smaller circle connected to this much larger circle. You can kind of hear low chanting, and as they do, you see in the center the symbol of the terracotta of the tower sitting there in the center, lying there. And as the chanting continues, you see that the kind of the circle that it's in begins to glow this kind of dark purplish color, and the center almost begins to swirl in this just mass of black and purple as the card is slowly drawn into it, and out of the center comes a large jet black tower emerging out of it. Not like well, actually no, yeah, but coming out, and as it does, these chains coming off the side, latching to kind of the floor as it supports itself as it comes up. And then eventually.
Is it at all like the descriptions of Orbis?
No, it's not. It's different.
Okay.
And it stands there, many very, very high up. And on top of the tower, you can just make out another figure. And then the vision ends.
Oh, what does the other figure look like? Or is it just
You
the
can't.
one?
You just see the kind of the outline of another figure up there.
Okay.
And then, yeah, and then it ends.
4 bad customers. Just summoning the ultimate Karen.
Ultimate Karen.
I want. Where is your manager?
Oh god, no.
The ultimate Karen. Super Karen.
If you make Dimitri encounter a customer like that, he may be forced to use magic.
So yeah.
Dimitri wakes up scared and wishing he was once again a goat.
You become a goat.
No.
Well, you're out of wild shapes anyway. So.
Yeah.
I like to imagine every time he thinks he wants to become something, he just becomes it. It's like,
Yeah. It's not a giant.
Yeah, you just wake up, you just transfer into quite Pax, hears a loud creaking as the goat's just standing there on all fours on the bed.
Yeah, so he turns himself into a spider, just sitting on Pax's face.
Oh god.
No.
No, that'd be horrifying.
Pax would then squish the spider and Dimitri would be on his face.
Oh wow.
I can just imagine that.
Well, the future will assume Dimitri doesn't want that.
Jesus.
It's closest to his ears.
Oh my god.
Oh,
yeah,
oh,
he turned into a spider and crawled into Pax's ears.
Please,
I
Ben,
can't get that
do
out
some
of my
descriptions
head
or something.
now.
Oh my god.
I can't get that out of my head now.
If he gets turned back, he'll like Ant-Man Thanos him.
Oh, that's how they should have.
Please, let's move on.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
moving on. You all wake up from your long rest, all thoroughly rested. Dimitri a bit scared at the vision he just saw, but also intrigued.
Alright.
Oh yes, time to draw his daily tarot card.
Oh yeah.
If we all meet up for breakfast
Breakfast,
again.
Hurley seeming unusually quiet.
While we're sitting
He's
down, I'm going
dislocated
to.
his jaw.
Oh, I'm going to try and read more of the book.
Okay. Again,
Intelligence.
make an intelligence check to see how quickly you can get through it.
Oh, that's 17.
Okay. Again, you can get through it fairly quickly. You read through. There doesn't seem to be much more information about anything.
Alright.
Unless
I'm still
anyone has anything important to do, I believe we should just
head out.
Continue our journey.
Yes, that's a good idea.
Yes.
Yeah.
Don't want to ask me to have the excuse that he's just out for a walk again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
And then Artemir a bit now.
No.
No.
Dimitri walks up to Grimrose and puts his hand on his shoulder. Also, Grimrose, I think this may be a certain time where the spirits want us to draw greater harmony as a party. So I hope.
What tarot card did you draw?
So I hope no house is burned down today.
God, what did he draw? What
What the hell did he draw?
Dimitri leaves his arms outstretched for a hug.
Oh god.
Lovers.
I would have seen what a hug is before I was gonna make a joke, but I know what a hug is, so you know.
No, to be honest, you probably wouldn't know what a hug is.
I would, because I have spent like
Dimitri,
over 9
are
years
you alright?
before.
Do you need to get you some help before we leave?
Is this not what people normally do to express friendship to one another?
Yeah, something definitely is wrong with him. Let's just agree with that.
Let's just brush over this and head off.
Fine.
Ty, do you know if the road is any better this side of?
Oh god, yeah.
Maybe want to see if we can get a horse or something then.
I mean,
Dimitri.
Dimitri Horse.
Well,
But only for an hour.
I knew it was that card.
in fact, Grimrose. Now, wait, are we still in the hotel?
Yeah, we're having breakfast, so.
Now, if you'd care to wait till after breakfast, I think I can bring us a horse.
That's good. That'll make the journey a lot faster if we have a horse.
I mean, we could probably
Wait,
get a cart
horse?
as well.
There's
Yes, a horse and a cart,
7 of us.
or a horse each.
Horse and a cart is probably cheaper.
But you have to be a decent sized cart.
Yeah, carts tend to be quite big.
Yes.
A good carriage should be able to hold all 7 of us.
Yes.
Plus Philip.
The reason I say we're probably better off getting a cart is because we'll most likely have to ditch it when we get to the docks. When we get to the
I
port.
suppose.
Well, it's not going to be.
Does anyone know if there's a place where you can rent those things here?
There might be. Also, I just want to say, a wooden cart in Infernum, probably not a good idea.
Ooh, yeah.
Anything combustible is probably not a good idea.
Good word.
I'm gonna be yeah. I like our character. What I would have been looking at is like the wooden part of his halberd. Like,
it's like, oh shit,
oh shit! I'm just gonna be holding
Dimitri
the
being
plane.
a horse is a terrible idea. But in fact, I don't know that, so we're just going to end up with a horse for only 2 hours a day.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna have to do a horn dunk and have someone drag it.
Oh God.
I could do it.
Yeah,
probably not. But you know,
yeah, but that doesn't save us any time because you're just as the same speed as normal.
Yeah.
Right. Should we go look for a cart and a horse then?
Yes.
I will say it will halve the time, so it'll only take you 2 days.
You said you could get a horse. How that?
It's probably worth getting at least one horse. So I can only get one. So probably get one horse, and then I'll get my one.
All right.
Great.
Let's
Great.
do that then. We should split up a little bit so we can search better.
So
Well, I think I might know a place where we can get it. But...
Actually, if that's the case, we can just all go there together.
Yeah.
No need to split up then.
No. Splitting the party is always a bad idea.
I'm good. Wait, hold on. Wait. Hold on. I want to see if this is actually how it works. Hold on. Yes, please. This. This is how it works.
Found it?
Sorry?
You found it?
No, I'm not. Do I have to wait for me? I'm just reading something.
Okay. So, you'll make your way out the front door of the hotel after eating. Dimitri and Pax, you notice a kind of strange hooded figure in kind of as you exit, kind of walking down the streets. A large kind of black shield and black sword on its back. This kind of dark hood, and almost completely dark armor, and kind of what you could see of like leather and cloth. And almost these kind of strands of what seems to be like shadow coming off of its body as it slowly begins to walk down the streets.
Do I recognise?
Fix your mic, Badger Man.
You would recognise this as the things that you have fought before.
The things
Right.
I've...
So You'd recognise those. Do you remember the kind of shadowy figures you mentioned in your backstory?
Yes.
Yes, it's looks like that.
Hang on, one of the ones that was just... Oh, yes, sorry, just clicked.
Yeah.
Yep. Just
Understand?
clicked,
Yeah.
just clicked.
So when you say they notice it, does that mean the rest of us
You can't
don't?
see it. You can't see it.
No.
The rest of you can't see it.
Oh.
So that's this. So we get this horse of yours, Talia.
Do you see that as well?
I came across a rather bad customer yesterday, and although this man is not as similar, I believe he may be one of his affiliates. Should I approach him to check if he has a fish mask on?
I would...
Are you two alright?
Let's point out Talia's also looking quite worried at this point.
You're right, Talia.
I think we should... I think we should...
We should go.
I think we should leave quickly, yeah.
Yes, yeah.
Talia?
They owe me 2 silver.
It's fine, it's fine, it's fine. Just come on. I'll show you the way.
Yeah, we need to go. We need to go.
What's the rush?
It's just they're open for a very short period of time, and also
small window, yeah.
Yeah, small window, and also their stocks run out quite quickly, so we want to get there so we can get the best sort of stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
Follow me.
Can Dimitri see if the hooded person is wearing a mask at all?
I'm pretty sure I don't believe that, but I'm just gonna go with it.
No, they've got their back to you.
Oh, Dimitri's just gonna follow along, confused and wanting money.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I don't believe the explanation of short stocks, but I'm gonna follow anyways.
Yeah. As you kind of rush along, you eventually reach this small kind of outside of a shed. The man behind the counter, looking quite bored, just looks up at you and goes, how can I help you today?
We need a horse and a carriage for the 7 of us.
Well, like usual, there's plenty to go around.
What are your opening hours? Quickly, man. Quickly.
Opening hours?
Yes, opening hours.
We're open from 6 till 8.
I look at Talia, shocked, like, 2 hours? That's plenty of time.
No, 6 a.m. to 8 p.m.
You lied, Talia.
Anyway, we'd like a horse and a carriage. How much is that?
I didn't lie. What, you want to rent a horse?
No, buy.
Yeah.
No, I think it's not worth it to buy a horse. We need to head over.
How are we supposed to return it, though?
That is a good question.
Exactly.
Do you have any sort of collection system?
Oh, you can just leave. Well, it depends where you're going.
Port.
Off continent.
You go. So you probably.
I believe we'll
go
only be able
through
to
the
take
deep woods to the
port.
Yeah.
The port, anyways.
Right, I think I know what you're talking about. I'll take you like about 2 days with a horse and cart. We'll say run you about 20 gold.
And
yep,
we'll
that's
just
fine. I'll
leave
chuck
a
it.
horse with an associate of yours over there.
Yeah, there should be someone over there that'll collect it.
Yeah, I'll just chuck him 20 gold. And just...
Great, go ahead and pick out a horse and cart.
Alright, let's go.
Feel free to pick any one.
Let's go.
Ben?
Yeah?
Would I be able to see the quality of the carts as I have proficiency with carpenter's tools?
They all seem pretty much the same, to be honest.
Alright.
Okay, I'm just gonna...
There are some that are slightly worse than others.
Just gonna rush around to wherever they keep them and just pick like the first horse they get to.
I'm gonna have a bit of a look at them, but I'm not proficient at anything.
Yeah, I agree. I think that's a good one. Let's go. Come on, everyone.
I point out some of the carts not to get because of. Yeah.
Yep. Great.
Let's get this one.
Okay. Yeah. Good.
Let's go.
Hook the horse up to the cart. Let's go.
Okay. Everyone up.
Yes.
Get on board.
We'll need a driver, right?
Is the figure moving close to us, or is it like standing still?
The figure was kind of moving away from you at the time, like
okay.
down the street.
I can try
as
and
we begin
drive
moving
if you
and
want.
we look back down the street, is it still there?
It's gone.
I could be the driver.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yep, sure.
okay. I guess you'll be driving, then we'll all be inside the carriage.
Good idea. Good idea.
Hang on, there is no need for a driver, as Dimitri shall lead it. Dimitri just suddenly turns into a draft horse.
Oh.
I'm still driving. I'm still going to drive because I don't really trust Dimitri. Leading.
Having less people in the carriage will make it less crowded. Anyways.
Yeah, okay.
Yes.
Let's go quickly.
Go horse, go
I
and
gave you a shovel.
Okay, you begin kind of clip-clopping your way out.
Yeah. Once we start moving, I look at Talia and Pax. What's gotten into you three?
Nothing. It's fine.
I'm going to insight that.
would I be able to get?
Do I even need to insight that?
Well, she rolled a natural 4.
Could I assist? Could I assist though? Because we're both trying to.
Yeah. You'd have to roll separately, but she got a 5.
I got 13.
Would I be able to hear what they're saying?
I got a 21 on.
Oh. I'm gonna roll 2.
Yeah, no, that's a 9.
I got a 19.
Oh yeah, they're both obviously not very well.
If it's something you wouldn't talk about, that's fine. But we need to know if there's something that's potentially dangerous.
We just need to stay away from.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, Talia, I gave you a shovel and you lied to me.
I didn't. Listen, it's fine, okay?
So is this a threat to anyone, or
Not if we keep moving.
It's a threat if we engage with it.
Engage with what?
yes?
A being.
That's not important at the moment.
Dimitri Horse turns around and looks at Pax confused.
What?
And as you're kind of going down the streets, you see the figure again.
In front, behind, left, right.
In front, as you kind of pass it, and as you look back, you see it has no. And Dimitri will notice this as well.
Dimitri Horse.
It seems to just be a void of black instead of a
Oh,
face.
no, just quicker, Warden, quicker.
Yeah,
Dimitri,
go,
quick.
go.
Dimitri gallops at full pelt.
Dimitri, calm down. Do you want to run us off the road?
No, he's doing well. He's doing well. Keep it up.
He's doing well. And you notice it turn and go in and pass through the wall into a building
Okay.
and out of sight.
Oh Jesus. Okay.
Well, whoever lives in there is dead.
I get out my
Excuse me,
sledgehammer.
what?
What do you mean by whoever lives in there's dead?
Oh,
I'm gonna try something just because I'm not really sure. I'm gonna cast See Invisibility.
Mhm. You don't see any invisible things.
Okay. Yeah, it lasts for an hour. By the way.
Okay.
You gallop off.
Yeah.
And back into the deep woods.
Yeah.
And that is where we will end it today.
Oh.
That was a session.
Also, Ben,
Wow.
person with the raven mask, you better make them a druid at Circle of Spores. I mean, honestly, they must be they must be a plague doctor.
Yes.
There's at least one like straight up plague doctor subclass. Like I believe
Circle of Spores.
Circle of
Way
Spores.
Way of Mercy.
Way of Mercy.
Yeah, Way of Mercy.
Right, Ben,
Yeah,
you want to
but
outro?
And then Alchemist after.
Yes, outro.
That was a good one.
Ben, you gonna outro us?
Yep, I'll outro us. So, thank you everyone who is still watching for coming along today. Another pretty good one. Slightly slower today, but
That's fine, bro.
from the giant gorilla fight, I think we needed a bit of calming down, but it got a bit tense at the end. But yeah, thank you all very much for watching, and we'll be back next week with another session. Until
Hey.
then, goodbye.
Adios.